I'll go down on you if you go down on me. But you know you're gassy as fuck. You just ate.
I don't know. I mean,
because of the person who
she's
he
like,
is.
gas is natural.
Yeah.
no, I mean,
They're
I
like,
wouldn't
fuck
have
it.
gas
Huff
in
that
someone's
shit.
face unless they like it.
Spray some. We're gonna wrap this up real quick.
Wait, whoa.
What's the
Good
question?
morning, everyone.
What is the question?
Wait. Hey, you don't need to name a name, but you've done this to someone that requested this?
No, I've gotten it, I guess.
You've gotten
and I've requested it.
Boom. We're live.
We're live sipping on fermented tea leaves.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
That's what she
it might
said
be
it was.
leaves. I said it was fermented tea, but
Mostly it's
mostly it's leaves.
fermented black tea.
All right, fermented black tea.
Yeah, it's green. It says green tea on this one.
Okay.
But
green
maybe
tea.
they combined it.
Sure.
But you're right, mostly.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
Well, welcome, Lex.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Our guest is Lexi Pulido, Morning Drinkers Podcast, episode 26, I believe.
26.
26.
If we're
believe
wrong,
it.
correct us in the comments.
Please do.
But yeah,
Finally got you here.
yeah.
Yes, thanks for
Yeah.
this.
You were like, I got so much to say. And I was
I
like,
do.
I hope you do.
Yes,
And then when you
full of opinions,
when you-
chock full.
when you guys were walking up after getting these delicious beverages, I was hearing alien talk.
I was slowly segueing into what we were discussing. Remember, we were like, supposedly we're half chimp, half aliens, and how we're witnessing the chimps enter the Stone Age.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying we're going to die, like our
Species.
The
species is going to die out, and then they're going to witness the chimps evolve, and they're going to bang.
Not quite. Not
You sure
quite.
it's not going to be the octopi though? Like, come on, they're so.
What?
But they got the body intelligence. It's a whole other game.
Right.
But imagine
Yeah.
if that got
If
computerized.
that was... Oh.
like you
Oh,
upload
shit.
octopus
So-
consciousness.
Because we're in a simulation, right?
Right. Yes. Wait, we're gonna
Right?
get derailed. We're gonna get derailed real quick if we talk about that. I want to make at least a correction in what you said regarding that because I didn't say that we were gonna die off. I said that we would leave the planet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I said that we would leave.
and we would watch it from above.
Yeah, the
and we would
1%
and we
is
would
gonna
become
leave.
we would become we as in like our species would become the observers.
Not you and I. We're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
there.
we're definitely not on that ship. Bezos
not
and
on it.
company,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Bezos
they got
and
their whole
company.
thing. Yeah,
all that like real wealthy sperm.
yeah. Elon's Musk, the whole thing.
Elon's
we
Musk.
all know that the wealthy have the best sperm.
They have access to all kinds of
They
sperm.
have,
Yeah,
they
they
can
have vaults.
just do,
Yeah.
do, do,
Yeah.
I've heard some things. What have you heard? What do you know?
Yeah, where have you
I'm just
accessing
putting
your
some
sperm
like pieces
information?
together here.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like I want
You're
the
getting
blue
a
eyes.
QAnon little piecing of the puzzle.
Right there. Yeah. So what do you think? You think this? I didn't get to hear the full conversation. I just heard anything
honestly,
alien related. I'm
it
all in.
derailed.
It was
from,
pretty micro.
Yeah, it derailed completely from me telling her about when I was introduced to the 5% theory.
Oh wow, you got into that.
Well, we were talking about like origins.
Okay.
And then I told her that I once read a book where they talked about in a book where like supposedly like all the original people came from Africa, and then some went to the Caucasus Mountains, got
Right.
white, and
Right.
then you know Caucasians.
Got white. They got
Caucasus
white.
Mountains.
Dude, it's obviously I'm butchering everything, but
Yeah,
that's
No,
the
that-
gist.
They couldn't
that seems
survive
legit.
without the vitamin D. They were like, oh, I cannot feel it. You know, I
Yeah.
need to give it all this
So-
color.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from what I remember, I think they refer to the whites as colored. And
Oh, okay.
'cause they're the ones that are they're not like the original. The original
Right.
color was
dark. Was dark.
the Asiatic black man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only sensible if you're gonna be in the sunshine. Like
Yeah.
this is just
Because we got rid of the hair first.
genetic
Right?
goodness.
I don't know.
Oh, the
think we
hair.
got rid of
When
the
did
hair first.
I don't think that book went into that. We just all of a sudden.
I'd
were
like to know
hairless.
more. Yeah, I think we got rid of the hair first, and then they're like, "Oh, our skin's gonna burn. Let's get dark."
Yeah.
And then you know. And then when the white people went, or when the people went to the Caucasus Mountains, they're like, hey, we need to regrow some hair because it's a little cold,
Wow.
right? And we need to
don't know.
have lighter skin because we need some vitamin D.
Okay, so the entire walk,
Has anyone
we were
shaved,
trying to do
like-
like disprove this, and now you're over here you're on this 5%
Yeah.
side.
I'm on their side now. I'm on their
Jesus
side.
fuck.
So all these theories, it's just hilarious because we have skeletons that have been preserved.
No
and then
skin, though.
we have no skin, yes.
Yeah, well, that's
we're
not
just
how-
like, well, probably.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the paleontology.
Like,
Speaking of paleontology and speaking of just making guesses like that, I just learned, and we can look this up right now, that you know what a triceratops is, right?
oh yeah,
The one with the big ol' face.
Sure.
Right? It's got the big head and it's got the 3.
Yes,
Because
it has a 3. Apparently, it didn't have horns at all.
What were those?
See?
yeah.
Okay.
So again, don't quote me on it.
So that brings me to this one.
Yeah,
Let's
so-
go.
Did you look it up while we were gone?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So yeah, so basically, just look up like disproven dinosaurs or something.
Triceratops
have feathers,
horns.
have teeth, horns.
Most famous ceratopsian is a triceratops with its 3 horns, but triceratops is just one member of a large family. Facts about Where did you hear this? Because it's saying
I think like
The first thing is
it was like years ago on NPR, dude. And it wasn't again like don't quote me on the triceratops.
maybe it's not the
Like
maybe
NPR.
females didn't have horns.
something like that. But basically, they were saying that like
that
most
makes sense. That's how
that like most
Like
of
elk
the
reindeer and shit
Yeah,
are.
yeah. So Jesus fuck that.
First
She's like, you
thing
think
that comes-
Rudolph?
Rudolph.
I think the article was something about like that some of the images that we had of dinosaurs in textbooks growing up were like
Wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were completely different.
Yeah, because they had feathers.
And
Or
now
they-
recently,
Oh, yeah.
recently we found out they had feathers.
Feathers. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We gotta revisualize everything.
Dinosaurs like the Triceratops may have had horns and frills. Ooh, frills. Is that like the feathers maybe? A little like peacocking?
Like scales.
To attract a mate, a new study suggests. Okay, maybe this 2018. BBC. That's close
That's
to
kinda
NPR.
close.
That's like NPR-ish
Yeah.
for English people.
Yeah.
Whoa, why does it got like a
whoa.
bull?
Yeah.
Why does it have bull horns?
Yeah.
Whoa, and this one's outward.
Yeah,
Look, that's a beak though. This is totally a big
they
weird
were
bird.
They were
Yeah.
chickens, dude, or birds. Remember?
dang.
Wow.
What's a beak made out of? Is that not
think
is
it's
that not getting
bone.
preserved the same way? Is it cartilage? or something?
Calcified.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
and I think it
Cartilage.
does.
Like, why would we not have had the beak in any other
They do.
images before? I've never seen beaks on dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
What?
Pterodactyls.
Yeah.
What? Well, pterodactyl, even that, I imagine it with like teeth and just
I think it had like little
Protruding.
serrated
Yeah.
teeth, like that much like a regular bird you would see.
but they had
Or
a
like a
beak
fish.
too.
I don't think these guys had teeth, but but see, this is what we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
So you're telling me they just added this then?
Some are recreated. So
I know for a fact the fossils that you see on display are artificial.
Yeah.
They don't actually display the real ones.
So I was about to say that when I was in Ohio for my last business trip, we went to the
I believe it's pronounced Ohio, but whatever.
Ohio. We went to the Natural History Museum out there, and they actually pointed out like on a little diagram in front of like the T-Rex that they had, like which pieces were actually like the real fossil and which was like the cast that they like
Right.
Yeah.
thought would be there.
I think it's like plaster.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
So it's
Yeah, because
like
you don't want some like little knucklehead like hey, and then knocks it over and it's the real
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
or what if it's like Night at the Museum? Like if they had
I wish it were not at the museum.
dude, if they built
Because-
a whole Triceratops. Or
What do
whatever,
you think
they
about
had-
us maybe having a little night at the museum of Balboa?
Can
You know?
we
Bring
can?
it all
All
to
right.
life.
So think about it. The Museum of well, it's not called the Museum of Man anymore.
Yeah.
It's
they
now-
renamed
They
it.
Is it
renamed
too
it.
sexist?
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah, there's two sexes.
Gotcha. What is
So
it?
now it's called the Museum of
Sapiens.
Us. I think
Why not just sapiens?
it's.
Maybe it's that.
I can you look up the
Look it
renaming of
up. Yeah. the
Okay.
renaming.
Renaming of
it? Or Museum
Wait.
of Man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this was what like months ago, right?
Wow.
That.
Museum of Us.
Oh,
See?
wow.
Museum of Us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're on Disney
Look at
Channel
that.
now. Life
Yeah,
is
so
Disney Channel.
I'm gonna still refer
Life
to it
is
as the Museum of Man, just because I grew up like that, and like how I grew up saying that Pluto is a
So
planet.
is it not?
So
is it
Pluto
not?
is a planet.
Is it not human though? It's humus.
Hummus.
It's hummus. It's hummus. It's hummus. Yeah.
Man.
So what I was gonna get into is like We buy the ticket.
Okay.
We figure out the security route.
Ooh, I'm in. I like how we're documenting our heist.
Just get them ready.
We can bleep this out.
Yeah. Ooh. But check this out. Mm-hmm. After we document, why don't we just like don't leave?
What do you mean?
Like, why bother trying to break back in? Why don't we just like camp out in the bathroom or something?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You kind of
That
cut me
tends
off.
to be, that's like the
It's
movie method.
Blood Brothers do.
Yeah.
So-
Method?
That's the movie method. Right? You know, I've seen that's
That's
could
the-
be successful. You just
No,
gotta
the
stand
move-
on the toilet.
Yeah.
Hide up in there.
Yeah.
Hide in the vents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would love to get an event.
And like move around.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah.
Drop down.
Dude, I'm down.
I'm so
Are
fucking
you in?
clumsy.
Are
I'm
you
gonna-
familiar?
I am not a person who breaks rules. Like I'm like, oh, there's a rule. Okay. You know.
I don't believe that.
I'm
for a
not
second.
gonna break it. Like
believe
I
that
don't
for a
really.
s- Yeah, I don't believe that for Ace.
Okay, well there are
Yeah.
rules. There's rules that are the unwritten
you-
rules. I break those ones, but the ones that are like on the sign, I'm like, okay, it's the sign. There's a sign. Okay, it tells me
Now, you
they
grew up.
hired someone to come arrest me.
You grew
if
up
I-
Catholic, and there's a whole list of
You
10
think
commandments.
that?
No, I grew up like Christian, like that kind
I
of
thought you grew up
liberal
Catholic. Irregardless.
Christian with LGBTQ.
So how do you
acceptance
feel-
off
Wait,
the bat.
About
do Christians
skate-
not adhere to the 10 commandments?
Well, sure. I mean,
Ah,
or just like
those
how
are written
can
down,
we
and those were written in
rock
stone.
out?
Those were written.
Those
in
are
stone.
written in stone
You're telling me you've never disobeyed any of those
by
commandments?
a man who inhaled fumes
Did you even
from a
name
burning
all
By a
10 of them
hummus,
right now?
by a
Like, what
hummus.
10 are those?
There's only 10 rules.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, the obvious one. Yeah.
Thou shalt not
Steal.
commit adultery.
commit
adultery.
adultery.
That's on there.
Let's see.
Steal,
Thou shalt
take a
honor
sheep
your
from
mother and
someone.
father.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
one.
Thou shalt
Boom.
not.
Yeah, let's just go images.
Yeah, go into because I forget, dude. It's just been years.
Wait, this says I actually clicked hillbilly. Ain't
10
but one
hillbilly.
guy.
Ain't but one guy.
Let's go with it. Let's go with
Honor
it.
your man.
Honor your man pie.
Mom, pop.
No telling tales of gossip. Oh yeah, that's right. No lying.
Get your high
yeah.
at the Sunday meeting.
Keep the Sabbath holy. That's what this one is.
Ah.
Ain't nothing. Oh yeah, so you can't have any false gods. No fooling with another feller's gal. That's true.
Yeah, no, adultery.
God.
That was another one. And we could get into that. And that's probably what did it for you. You're like, that's fucking sexist as hell. You're like, I'm
Like,
done
you
with
shame
this.
us, dude.
You know, I'm done with this.
Hillbilly.
Yeah, this is
These hillbillies.
This is too human for me. We need
Yeah.
hummus. No
Hummus.
killing, except for critters. Except for critters.
Critters.
Oh boy.
Quit your foul mouthing. Oh, you can't
no,
cuss.
can't cuss. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's right. No swiping your kinfolk stuff.
No
So-
stealing.
Yeah, no, you can't covet.
But only the kinfolks.
Don't be hankering for it neither. That's the covet.
Yeah.
Don't be
So
hankering.
only your kinfolk. So
So we could just steal from strangers.
fucking Ricky down there.
That explains why they invaded Canaan. They were like, we don't know these fools. We're just gonna break down these
All
walls.
the crusades make sense now.
These
The
things
order
make sense.
is really helpful. Like I like how it's so brutal off the bat. It like softens up, and at the end, it's like don't even think about it.
Right. Yeah. I love. I'm gonna bring that back. Don't
whole
be
Bible.
hankering. Hey, I got a little hankering.
Yeah.
Don't be hankering for it. I like it. I like that I accidentally clicked hillbilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Beautiful accident
That's
there.
way more.
So supposedly Moses went into a cave, saw a burning bush, got high as fuck,
Yes.
and was like, "I'm gonna carve into this stone with my hand."
No.
Probably use a tool of some sort.
I don't think he did it.
Oh, you think the burning bush did?
No, I think God actually just like
Zip.
Like one
lightning bolt. One lightning bolt
and it
that
was
is
all written.
Yeah, all right there. Have you ever seen History of the World? Mel Brooks.
No.
You've never seen the?
Is that like a parody?
Yeah.
I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's like Moses on the hill, and it's like the 15 commandments.
Yeah.
Gets struck by lightning, and
No,
it's like
no.
the 10
Yeah,
commandments.
no, it was like the lightning scares him because he's like, behold, I have 15. And then it's like, poof, and then he's like, oh shit, he drops one tablet and he's all, 10. He's like, fuck.
Yes.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks killed it. I love that shit.
Yeah. That kind of comedy.
Can't get away with a lot of that kind of comedy anymore, though.
Oh, you can. You can get away with it.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, because it's still kind of like.
Actually, I have to.
It's
let's-
fun
Depends
for the
where you
whole
are,
family.
who you're
We should-
talking
we should
to, how you
revisit
market
it.
it. You get away with it.
Yeah, we should revisit it.
Because I feel like Christians wouldn't be upset at that.
Oh,
Because it's like we know how it really went. Like
Right, right.
that's just a joke.
Right.
Well,
you know?
yeah, I like to imagine the most brutal version. Like, so there's a lightning bolt, but like But I love the concept of that carving and like always trances out and then a couple days later wakes up, is like hands are bleeding. There's all these commandments everywhere. He's like, oh my God. And then it doesn't take it down.
Wait a minute.
That's pretty graphic.
You know?
You enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, this is the truth. You know?
That's the art.
The blood
That's
is
the
where
artist
the
in you.
truth
That's the
is.
artist.
Does anywhere in the books...
You're romanticizing some blood, sweat, and tears right now.
So
need more
does
blood.
anywhere
I
in
don't
the
see enough
books say
blood.
that it happened overnight? That he went in the cave.
How
and
long
then
was he there? Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it says.
'Cause what if
how
it was a
long he
binger?
there.
He went up
I'm
on the
pretty
mount.
sure there's
So what if it was just like a
time.
binger? He was just like 7 days just dropping on that hallucinogenic tree.
He received it on Mount Sinai, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he was just like every day he was doing a commandment. He
Bam,
was just
Mount
like-
Sinai. Look at that. Renowned principal site of divine religious history. God is purported to have appeared to Moses and given him. See, he gave it to him. He was like, hey, check out these rocks I have. Like,
I think Moses got on a bender and he was.
Oh, he
like-
went on a serious bender.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It was after sober October. He hit bender November hard.
and he was just like,
That's what that is.
"Fuck, everyday carving commandments. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna like this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they've been taking my word. They followed me all the way from Egypt.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm gonna say God appeared to me
Yeah.
and gave me these tablets.
Hey,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's no line between Moses and God. There's no line between anything.
So this is just a con that stuck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of honor con artists because it's like they're confidence sellers.
That's why we stayed at the
Yes, they're
Vatican.
control.
Yeah.
That's why we stayed at the
Manipulation is
Vatican.
control,
Yeah.
and it's like playing God. It's like Sims, you know.
Yeah.
Sims out the
Oh,
bat.
shit.
Sims is like how I lost my. I wear contacts. Like effed up my eyes in the 6th grade, just like Sims.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go deeper than that. I thought like whoever's controlling
Yeah,
this was like, you know
simulation.
Well,
what?
I could go get
I'm gonna
deeper.
make her
I just
blind.
was trying to go back to the video
Yeah.
game.
Just throw that in there. Yeah.
Yeah. You got incepted.
Yes.
In searching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where did the idea really come from? You know, the cloud theory. You know, if electrons are a cloud, if consciousness is a cloud, you know, it's just trailing behind the earth, spinning and running around. You get hit by it, of course.
Yeah.
You know, you can't zoom and feel it. You got to like be there with someone.
Oh, you have to be there with someone. You can't just be like Moses on a mountain.
Moses was like,
He had
You know?
he had performance enhancements. Yeah, because he was. They say that bush makes you trip balls.
Hell of a bush. Hell of a bush.
No, right?
Yeah.
what kind of bush? Like,
It was like not a eucalyptus bush. What kind of
yeah,
bush
like
was
what
it?
could
It was
that
the
have been?
acacia.
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 Yeah.
So what happens if you ingest acacia?
No, acacia I think has high concentration of DMT.
Oh, well, there you
Acacia.
go.
Makes sense.
Easy.
Bush.
So
Yeah.
and now
DMT.
going back into it and revisiting DMT trips.
Boom, look at that. There's a list of acacia
DMT
species.
trips.
Moses saw God because he was stoned. Again.
Wait, what was the first one?
Yeah, dude. All right, so this is relatively new, 2019, the newest one. This is whatever this do. Acacia trees and bushes release dimethyltryptamine when burnt. This seems kind of confusing.
I feel like this is some Catholic. It was like, let me disprove all these motherfuckers.
I mean, I
real
used to
quick.
hear from this massage therapist guy I hung out with in college. He'd be like, DMT's in everything. Like everything has a little bit
Yeah,
of
that's
DMT,
that
right?
I believe is true.
And they're like, you could get it from strawberries. You could get it from. You just have to learn how to extract it. You know.
Right.
And
Have you
he's like,
smoked DMT?
Well, one time in college, and it wasn't a lot. It was like one of those mini
Oh, yeah.
doses, and I just remember having just learned about fractals, then
you saw them?
seeing fractals. You know, it was kind of like
Right. I saw
idea
some-
implanted, and then the
Oh, interesting.
everything is like now doing
Interesting.
this.
I didn't even consider that because I did see fractals as well, but I didn't see it in the sense that people were describing it like. I saw something different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean the pulsing movement.
I saw the pulsing movement. The
It's
oscillating.
true. It's
yeah, it's weird, right?
real.
Oh, it's
We're
so
probably just
fucking-
adjusting the way our eyes flip stuff upside down.
Oh,
Maybe we
yeah.
probably see this stuff. We're just like, our brains are like, no, dude.
Yeah.
See, like,
Dope as fuck.
2D. Okay.
so they say that some of the visualizations that you see on DMT,
Dumped?
some resemble
done.
the
I know.
biblical,
got you.
the biblical descriptions for angels.
Can I try the lighter one? Okay.
Yeah. So,
Angels.
So, like
The
angels,
visuals.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
an angel. So someone drew angels what they look like according to the Bible,
Yeah.
and they look scary as fuck. And they look a lot like the visualizations that people get on DMT.
Hell yeah.
Look at it. Look, angels
Life
according
is
to the
dark,
Bible.
and I love it. I love it so much. Everything's so distorted. The ugly is amazing. Ugly
Boom.
stuff.
Boom.
Look at that.
Oh, well, these are like little babies. We got the baby angels.
What are you talking about? Look at this like
Look at that.
We got some-
tarantula.
what
looking
the
thing.
hell?
Yeah, see?
So that's what an angel looks like according to the Bible.
I like the
And that
crazy
one, yeah.
Yeah.
like atom kind of.
And it's the rings
Eyes
with
and-
eyes on them.
Yeah.
Rings.
Look at this. Look at this
That's
guy.
great.
And supposedly the angel's head has 4 faces, and it's of a bull, a man, and it's some other
And
trippy
it's all
shit.
one.
Yeah.
Which
These people
choir?
are so creative. Like,
Which choir of angel? This isn't creativity. This is truth.
Oh yeah, because there's
Well,
also
no,
like
yeah. What's the difference?
so there's like because there's like seraphins and
Seraphim is the highest choir of angels.
Yeah. See, I remember from the textbooks.
Yeah.
Catholic school boys.
oh,
Saint Michael.
Seraphim.
Yeah, Saint Michael's
People
an
have that as a
archangel. I
name.
think that's like the 4th choir, I believe. Yeah.
I can't get over like
Oh,
naming.
look at that one, the one right next to your cursor.
I don't even know.
That
This one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's some alien
one's
shit,
trippy,
though.
huh?
I mean, if we're going back to aliens for a second, like,
I
absolutely.
could stay on aliens the entire fucking time.
Like, I saw this image, and it was
That's cool.
God.
That's fucking cool. Though,
So
right?
where did the image of just
this
a
looks
man
like
with
some
wings?
sort of Aztec
Wings?
with
Well,
wings.
So yeah, that doesn't
dreamer.
look- yeah. So again, so like the popular depiction of angels, where did that come from? Just like the baby with wings, like Cupid almost.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw something at you here. I think
They made it PG. They're
No,
like,
I
kids are
think-
not gonna like our God.
if we take what these images of the angels are right here,
Mm-hmm.
and these things had the ability to fly, and humans back then had no other descriptor for what can fly other than birds, they added the wings.
yeah.
Because they were like, how is this flying without wings? And they're like,
This is
I don't know
the
how to,
image
I
of
can't
flight.
comprehend this. So they
that
gave it.
motherfucker had wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. And you have all these theories about like heaven and hell, and that like how if you look up, or we were at the center of the universe at some point, or what were they even thinking about when
What were you thinking about?
Yeah.
way back then? Well, just that heaven is up, you know,
Oh, okay,
the concept
yeah.
that heaven
Oh,
is
okay.
up.
Why not heaven just be there?
Why
Yeah.
is not heaven?
It's like, hey,
down
let's do
or-
road
yeah.
trip to heaven.
Well,
real
there's no
quick.
up and down in space.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's this subreddit where it's I think it's called like Ask Astronauts. And it's like people ask like astronauts like
Dumb questions, huh?
dumb questions.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most famous question was like, can a fart propel you forward in space?
Oh, I would say if it's strong enough, probably, right?
And that's the answer.
Yeah.
If it's
the
strong enough, it
answer.
can. It's not gonna like drift you.
Right,
but, like,
right.
Yeah.
It will like push you. Say
Yeah.
like you're like, I can't reach it. I got it.
You're like, let me tighten up because I don't want to go flying. It's like,
Any force, there's no resistance.
yeah, exactly.
Except gravity, if you have it around, but it's not.
Right.
You probably don't have it around, I guess.
It depends where you are.
It depends where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be a satellite, you know, like wow,
Whoa.
tangential, like
lyrics.
forever.
Lyrics.
Everything's is lyrics all the time.
well,
Yeah, I
with-
just trip out these days. Like
singers.
going to UCSD really effed me up. Like
Why?
artistically, like I can't be like a regular cover band person or do anything.
I mean, you can. You just
I mean, I
not
can,
to.
but
But
my
did you
whole
ever
like.
want to just be a cover person?
Well, there were moments where like I was like, well, I want to sing. I like singing, and that's enough. But no.
So you were just like complacent, was like, all right, fuck it, like I'll do cover songs.
Well, no, I mean, you do those. It's fun. I mean, you learn from everything you ever
yeah,
do
yeah.
all the time, forever.
But you can't be a cover person. Why?
Oh, well, I guess if I could go back to wherever we just were.
We honestly went from
Where the
angels
fuck were we?
and heaven, hell, space.
No,
not
we're
having
talking
it up
about
or
how
down.
everything's lyrics. I was like,
Yeah, and then
well,
you
everything's
said-
lyrics,
you said-
everything's art.
No, you said
everything.
You said to be a satellite,
To be a satellite.
and then you like said some other stuff, and then I was like, oh, the lyrics, and you're like, everything's lyrical.
well, yeah.
This
then-
episode is nothing but tangents.
Yeah, yeah.
And that should be the title. Nothing but tangents featuring Lexi.
Yeah.
I mean,
she said
angels are
tangential.
cool and all, but yeah, tangential shit is awesome, and like the best lyrics come from navigating point to points, like all over the place, you know.
Okay.
And now at
You're
this
big on the
point,
Mars Volta, aren't you?
I don't really know.
I just honestly, the only thing I'm getting
You should read his
I
lyrics.
should get into Mars Volta.
is that Reggie Watts thing.
Does he
dude.
just say random words that like you're like, how does this make sense?
Almost.
Okay, because
Yeah.
that's my latest belief about lyrics too. I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, the best metaphors are the ones that take you 5 steps to get there.
Oh.
So you can get, or 6 degrees of separation means you could get anywhere, right?
Right.
I don't
just
feel
follow
that.
along. Just follow along.
Yeah,
Hop
yeah.
in. Hop in.
So
the boat.
so
Hop in
I'm
the boat.
talking about green beans, and then I'm talking about June shine, right? And that's the easy, like we already got in the food category, but let's say we go around in a circle, we're like green beans, green, envy, your ass, I'm drunk, June shine, and then you're like green beans and June shine. People are like, what are you talking about?
Are you a beat poet? What
I was about to say,
what just happened?
kind of fucked up haiku was that? Like,
This is like a poetry slam right now.
Yeah.
Your delivery was so 90s cafe
Yeah.
right now.
If you have a pulse, that's it.
June shine.
I need a beret.
Yeah.
I need a fucking beret.
Green bees do this. June shine does that.
That's what I was talking
Yeah.
about at the school too, because everything can be art at any moment. You
Right.
can just jump in and
Yeah.
just like do it.
Right.
So the squiggly lines at the Louvre,
magical.
magical art.
Magical.
It's like not some asshole's like, I'm gonna get away with this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow. So let me
Watch.
ask you something. If anything can be art, how do you feel about that Italian artist that sold the invisible sculpture
Motherfucker.
Ah,
for
so
$18,000?
The banana on
These
with
are
duct
just
tape.
some
Fuck
rich
that
ass
guy.
people. They're like, let's do something.
They bought a stand. There was nothing there. They're like, this is art.
Yes.
So you're a big believer, like on the anything is art.
I believe in that, but the concept of selling that is where I get like, ew.
Now this is
You know?
this is where
It's free.
my economic standpoint comes in, where I think that motherfucker just wanted to write something off.
Oh, you think like he's got some?
I bought this art. I have given charity
and it's
to
like
the poor.
proof it. It's like fucking there. But literally, you just bought an island, or you
That's
just bought
great.
Somali or
Right.
something.
Yeah,
Right.
this is how people think. This is
Yeah.
it.
That's how rich people think.
Yeah, how can
Yeah.
I write this off?
Exactly.
Wow.
See, my mind's somewhere else, y'all. Like, you guys over here, like, how can they sell art? I'm over here like, this guy's getting attacked.
I'll be
You're
real.
the business mind over here.
I'll be real. I write off my jujitsu.
That's training for you. You have to counterbalance your activity.
But
that's like true.
I use it as like it's my gym. I'm a performer.
Yes.
And I look a certain way. It's like
I
it's
write
my-
off-
I'm so. I mean, that's the truth. Like, I can't
I ride off my
play
truck.
anything and not like
but
do
that's-
some yoga
Yeah.
or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you have to maintain your instrument. That's legit.
But I want to take lessons from that man who's selling stands. $18,000.
Again.
Take a
You
look at my
just have to be
sculpture.
friends with the right people.
Yeah.
Again,
You're at the party.
They probably look. The way I think it went is like some big like drug lord or something, or whoever it was
I like where you're going with this. Fuck it.
was like
Have at it.
hired his goons. It was like, this is an artist that I like. I have a few of his paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Convince him to like sell me something that's gonna be a roughly this amount.
Yeah.
Time was ticking. He couldn't produce anything. They just see an empty stand.
Yeah.
And then the
That's
goons
the-
show up and they're like, hey, where's our piece? It's
Right.
like, fucking right there.
Yeah.
And they're like, you cannot convince us. It's like, watch me, bitch.
like-
That's like absolutely true if you believe it. You know?
Yeah, obviously. Am I talking to a wall?
It's like you can interpret any direction.
Yeah.
Like, I also want to go the opposite way and just be like, that is a priceless form of art. And to pay, he got a steal.
Yeah. Because it really should have been $24,000. Yeah.
It's like, wow, you got a disc. Get the homie hookup.
So not tangenting too far from this. But bringing it back to what is art and what is not, because you're saying everything is art.
Oh, yeah.
So you do consider that art,
Yeah.
and you consider like you've been to like what is it, LACMA, right?
Oh, in LA?
Yeah, right.
No.
That's the one with the street lights or the lamps?
Yeah, they have the lamps too.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they all,
yeah.
it's just like a modern contemporary art museum.
I need to go to LA more. I don't
Where
know.
they have like I don't know,
Just
like
an island
they'll
or something.
they'll take the trash bin from the bathroom and put it in the center with like a guard thing behind it. They're like art.
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
You don't have to go too far.
You know,
San Diego has one.
the context.
Shit, I got a bin right there.
I mean, it's interesting that we've
One sec.
evolved to have this presentation way. You know,
Art.
you'd be like,
Art.
it's a wall. Oh yeah, it's art.
yeah.
And I made that. I made that for
I
you
was
guys.
very
just
impressed
made
with
it.
you like constructing this trash can.
Yeah.
I was like, creative. Yeah.
And the box plants trees.
Yeah. And I think
Sorry, I
people,
slammed your art.
My thing
good.
about this is that we exalt the artist too much, and that because everything's art, everyone has access to it at all times, and we should give ourselves more permission to think of ourselves as artists, even if we're not
So just
practicing some high form of art.
right.
You know?
What's high form of art?
Well, you know, I've painted for 20 years, and I can perfectly shade the shadows behind us.
So the exaltation.
So you're saying more
bothers
like
you?
Oh, sorry. I
The
just
what?
The
completely
exaltation.
cut you off.
The exaltation bothers you.
Yeah.
So you don't think.
I mean,
we
no, I
should
think it's
revere.
good. I like it, and I don't like it because obviously you should respect and admire things, and
Why?
then reach, but then at the same time, when we create a line between like audience and performer and like stage and like person to person, when we create any line, we're like denying ourselves access to the full experience, which is to say, like maybe I'm you and you're me, and I am
and
so
we
proud
are
of
we.
you.
Yeah, and bringing it full circle, we are hummus.
Yeah.
We are the museum of hummus.
Okay, so there isn't like so you're the type of person you don't get starstruck then.
Oh, I do. I mean, I'm like just a human, you know.
So you
Like,
see,
or
But you
it's
don't
all
think you
implanted
should.
in me.
But you don't think you should.
So
If
who-
I ego trip myself, if I think about it, I get over it.
who would be like a celebrity that you'd like freak out if you like just walk or she?
Well,
like,
I
just
had
walk-
like I had an experience that you just brought up in my head, which is like this guy Matthew Santos. When I was like in high school, I was so into him. He's the guy who sang "Superstar."
Oh.
If you are what you say you are,
Yeah.
superstar. And I started listening to his music. I was like, oh my God, I learned all of his songs. And then I found out he was coming to San Diego. And I was doing the open mic scene then. And I was like, Lou Brazier, you got to let me open up for Matthew Santos. And he was like, I don't know. And then the day of, he's like, okay, you can come open up. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I show up and then I'm like, Matthew Santos, I know all of your songs.
like,
I love you
cool.
so much. Also, I'm 18 and I'm an idiot. Just a total
Honestly?
idiot.
Honestly,
I was gonna say, like,
kind of hot. If you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
that,
I was-
if you said that,
If I had said that to him, now
if you said that to him, he's like, oh,
he's
jackpot.
like,
yeah. Whoa.
it's true though.
Yeah, right?
It's true. It's
He's
true.
like, holy dude.
Yeah.
He's a dear diary.
No, it's serious though. Because think about it, like
had that,
first of all, like no matter how big you get, like as guys, no one really crawls up to your feet like that, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
But go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
told
there's
him.
a whole like journey after too.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he heard me sing. He's
oh.
like, pretty good, okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, he's like, oh, you want to sing on a song? And I was like, yes. And then harmonized. And then he's like, next time he went on tour, he's like, do you want to go on tour with me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom, can I go on tour? she's like, okay, sure, yeah. Be careful, I guess. I don't know.
What?
Hell yeah.
So you got progressive parents.
I get they are really progressive.
Yeah.
They've kind of been that whole motto of just like let her make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, let her fuck up.
Happy accidents.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
wish they
Yeah.
would have been. Okay,
little more
well, that's a
protective.
whole other tangent.
Some Bob
Yeah, we'll get
Ross.
into that. I want to hear more about this.
Yeah.
I want to hear. So
So
you went
the-
on tour with Superstar here.
And he beat the devil out of you. Just
Well, the
beat the
funny
devil out of
ending
you.
is like we get to the end, like we tour all the way to we go in like a route to Chicago. It's like through Arizona and like Oklahoma or some
So
shit.
like Route 66.
Yeah, something.
historic. Historic.
And then when we get to Chicago, he's like there with his girlfriend, and they're like, "Can you leave?"
And you're
And it was right after they
You're
like,
like-
they
And you're like, oh, watch.
you're like
cool, dude.
yeah,
Like-
Matthew.
Scolding.
Matthew, how could you not tell me?
Yeah, like,
that
I'll
you
be
had a
the-
girlfriend this
No,
whole time.
It was hilarious, but the funny part was that they had just gotten me so high. Like I was just so stoned.
you're
And
like,
this is
"Guys,
before
I'm
weed
down
was
for
legal
anything at this point."
anywhere. Weed was like not legal anywhere. I was very anxious about it.
Right.
And then they're like, "Can you leave?" And like
The rules, remember?
rules exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Wait.
written down.
Like, think about it, dude. Like, you can just go to the weed store now.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas then you had to go to like some guy's trailer or some
Yeah,
guy's.
it's
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
Wait. Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
we can finish it.
you're in Chicago and you're high
And
with
you-
And I
Matt-
saw the beam.
and you're
I'm
third
alone.
wheeling.
I'm just alone, and I'm
with
high.
Matthew and his girlfriend. They're like, hey, kick
They're like
rocks.
fucking at their house,
And
and
you're just in the
I'm just
living
like-
room, just.
They're
I'm
so
like,
they're
no,
fucking.
I'm out. I was like, how do you take a train? Because I'm that dumb, you know.
You just
like my parents gave me a car when I was 16.
Right.
They're like,
for you.
here you go, here's your car.
The L's
we
pretty
give you
efficient.
everything. You get straight A's. You have everything.
Yeah, well, you earned it.
Yeah.
Deservedness.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Deservedness.
The L's pretty.
So,
Okay.
so you kick rocks and you're just roaming around,
Yeah.
waiting for him to finish.
There
Are you
was some
texting him like,
music,
"Hey,
it
like, are
was
you done
great.
yet?" Like,
No, I was definitely a little bit like just on one mentally.
Because you're high.
Because I'm high.
yeah.
Because I'm high.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anything that happened that was very exciting other than just like walking around alone and
Where?
being anxious,
In
like
Chi-Town.
around Chicago, like
Yeah,
the
but,
main area.
The main
I
area.
went straight to where everything was, and
Chicago's
I
one
was
street,
like, I'll walk
dude.
around until I'm not high. You know,
I just want to know where. Like, was she on like Michigan
don't
Avenue
know.
looking
I
at
don't
all
remember.
the shops?
I was only there
she
for,
on,
like, a day.
Lakeshore Drive. You
You're
know?
just
that was
saying
the
words.
only time I went to Chicago too. Like, how many times have you been to Chicago? Do you know everywhere?
Never.
Okay.
He's from there.
What? You're from Chicago?
So I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah.
That's why I was like, where did you go? I don't know
I'm
where you
so
went.
sorry. I don't know. That was the only day I was there, and it was just a couple hours
Okay,
ago.
that's cool.
Yeah, I just noticed your tattoo. Is that a bunch of dials?
Tangential.
We should change.
Nothing
yeah.
but
There's
tangents.
nothing more
Featuring
exciting
Lexi.
after that point. It's like you fly.
Okay,
home
okay.
and
I just wanted to
about
see if you got down. with
Subscribe
Superstar.
now before you.
Yeah, feel free to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
You did get down. You did get down with Matt.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I want to hear.
I'll admit to this. I'll say that yes, that happened. But it was-
On the way to Chicago,
yes, yeah. But you shouldn't.
and you were a little upset. You're like, you had a girlfriend.
No, I was just an idiot. You know, just.
You
and I
knew
was-
he had a girlfriend.
I was stoked actually, and I have such
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I was stoked. It was great.
I'd feel the same way if it was me with like the Backstreet Boys or something, you know?
Oh, like fucking
regret
Nick Carter.
anything.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
trade these moments. okay?
Exactly.
These are
I'd get me
beautiful
too'd by them
moments.
any day.
Yeah,
dude. I don't give a fuck.
Imagine Nick Carter right inside you.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just against the wall. Tears going down. Of joy, obviously, of joy, because it's consensual.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it doesn't matter like what happens the next day or like what ends up
Or how I
unfolding, but
feel about it years
it
after.
happened,
Yeah.
you know, and it was great.
Yeah. Like in the moment, I'm cool with it, but years later, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I liked it.
Yeah.
I should make an appointment.
Yeah.
I should definitely make an appointment.
They should have more of those.
So you're an idiot because you shouldn't have hooked up with him.
No, I was an idiot generally, just all the time.
I don't know many 18-year-olds that aren't idiots.
I know I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I actually stopped being an idiot until like 22.
I'm still
a mature
fucking
idiot.
moron. I am still
I'm
an
still
idiot.
kind of a moron, yeah. But a different kind where you have like enough control over yourself in this situation.
As long as you're not as gullible as you were then.
Yeah, gullibility.
But why? In what way is she gullible though?
No, that's what I'm saying. As long as you're not. from
because
then.
if you knew what it was, like,
Exactly.
No,
not-
but
it's not
sometimes you
gullible.
let your emotions go where it's like, maybe he'll leave his girlfriend for me. And
Is that what
and
you
then
were
we'll travel
thinking?
the world. And then,
see,
I just do.
You were in some weird sidetrack that might have existed. Yeah, there might have been like one
See?
Okay.
small, we're a big
that's what I was
tree,
trying to
and
get
there's
at.
a small branch, and the branch
Yeah.
says this, but then the other branches say lots of things, and you're like, oh,
that's what I was trying to get at.
bro.
So you did have high hopes for you and Maddie.
I definitely wasn't unrealistic in that sense.
But
I
if it
was-
happened, you'd be like, I kind of knew.
yeah, and
Right. It's okay if
All
it hurts.
this
It's okay if it
stuff.
hurts.
We all grow.
It's okay
We
if
all
it hurts.
grow.
it's just yeah.
Extreme highs gave way to extreme lows,
Yeah.
all right?
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm into this liberation of it's so the sexual spirit
Oh, let's go there.
is just so many things to so many people, and we have so much like society constructed around what it should be and what it shouldn't be. And it's
Okay,
just like-
what should the sexual spirit be in the book according to Lexi?
Well,
For the first time.
Should is a word that
do you
is
mean for the first
also
time?
already messed up. And I know I just said that, but like think about
What is then?
think about
Not should,
our
what is?
DNA and like the calling. You know, like what does our DNA call us to do?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Well, at least for men, for sure.
Yeah.
All the
For
time.
women also.
No,
Yeah,
dude.
no, but
No.
okay.
Yes.
Let me put
tell you,
it.
like, I can't tell you how many women I've come across where they're like, I'm horny like a man too. And it's like, no, the
No,
fact that
you're
you have
not.
to say you're horny
Yeah.
like a man
Like
already
a man.
shows,
Yeah.
already tells me no.
Let me put this in libidinous terms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that word.
What?
Nice, yeah.
Talking to a poet, homie.
Totally know what that means.
Sounds like a dinosaur.
The fact is that like for males, most not all males, most males, our love language is physical intercourse.
You're Caesar Milaning me right now.
That's the love?
oh, yeah.
One of the love
Oh, yeah.
languages.
You think that's
there
love
are
language, though?
there's
What's
one. There's
love?
five. There's five to seven love languages, and like physical like intercourse and shit is
I
one
don't
of
even
them.
know about all these.
I
Five.
don't
the
see
love
why not.
languages.
It's about the way you do it.
See the 5 languages of love, and people have a combination of
bullshit. Fucking Gary made up this shit, man. Look
Gary
at this.
Chapman.
Look,
The five
Gary's
languages.
Chapman.
Love languages.
Yeah. So
All right,
basically.
I'll click on this right now. Elaborate. Continue with you, and then I'll.
So what I'm
I'll-
saying is like maybe for most guys their main love language is like physical. It's like this is how I'm showing you that like how much I care.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's just like, I also think that's just your perspective. Because I don't
According
think
to
that,
Gary, yeah.
I mean, in my experience, personally.
But that's why I asked. According, what is the sexual spirit?
According
Bringing
to
it back
Lexi.
and around.
What is
Is not what should be. What is?
What is?
What is it's this big muddy this is just like the consciousness where it's just really muddy, right? And you have the biological imperative, you have the implanted imperative from just everything you've ever heard about what it is.
I've never heard imperative used. Like this.
Implanted. You'll put that. You should have sex with one person because safe.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's very safe.
But that's a
And
societal
the
thing.
societal
a
issues
societal
of STDs are also like defining how we view it all
But
the
is
time.
you don't believe that's a real?
If we got over STDs, I wonder what the world would be like.
What do you
Like
mean got
imagine,
over it? Like,
imagine we have
just
cure
most
for
of them,
every
but
STD, and
okay,
no one
okay.
could ever have one.
Okay. That's a hell of a
Let me
world.
tell you.
It would go.
In a perfect world.
It would be fucking bedlam. All right, let me
In
tell
a
you right now. It would
perfect
be,
world.
Yeah,
Because
Epic.
I think honestly, rape cases would go up. To be honest,
Oh, that's true.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
rape
because it'd
I
be
know,
like,
yeah, oh, that's
because it'd be
horrible.
like, I mean,
how
there's a
many
solution.
rapists get herpes on accident?
We need like teeth, like
What?
like the movie.
I was about to say, isn't there a movie from like the 80s or something like called Teeth?
There's like a movie called Teeth.
I don't know. Yeah, what? I've never
It's
heard
about
of this.
this
You never
girl.
heard of the teeth?
It's about a girl that has teeth in her vagine.
And then when she gets raped, she like bites some
She
guy's
clamps
dick off.
down. Yeah,
She clamps.
She clamps,
Yeah,
and then
she
his
clamps the
dick
clam.
falls off, and he's like, "Ah!"
yeah, teeth.
Is this like Toxic Avenger kind of stuff?
Yeah.
It was just something that I remember being in like the 10th grade, and
Yeah.
everyone was like, "You gotta watch Teeth."
Yeah,
Never heard
And
of
then
this
you-
movie.
It's like yeah, look it up.
Movie?
Teeth.
Jesus Christ, this is interesting. Teeth.
You're gonna want to probably not watch it,
I'll watch it.
but I mean,
2007.
just put it on with your Sandlot.
Why did
in
I
the
say
morning.
80s?
Teeth. That's her. She
That's
seems
it?
like a nice person,
Oh, I'm
and she
screenshotting
doesn't
this.
clamp her teeth when she's enjoying it.
It's American
But then-
comedy horror film. I'm down. It's Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein, yeah. He's gonna.
As soon as we can start like fusing all of these different organisms together, like I always wait for the day where we have
Sound it out. Take your time.
I always forget basic words. Chloroplasts.
That's not a basic word.
Basic-
The fuck is
Get
that?
another drink.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm like a total tangent person.
Yeah.
I know. But I also get bored when we talk about the same thing for too long.
What are we talking about?
I'll be like, oh, angels.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about.
We haven't talked about much. To
I
be
still
honest.
have. I still have no idea what the sexual spirit, according to Lexi, is. I still have no idea.
The sexual, I've told you it's muddy. I've told you that it's like implanted not only from the DNA, but also from society. And then
Okay,
it's
wait,
also
pause. Wait,
implanted.
let's pause right there. Let's pause right
Yeah.
there because we could address these two things right now. So in our DNA, which we did address, in our DNA, our sex drive is to fuck, right?
Yes,
That's
yes,
what, and
yes,
you
yes,
agreed to
yes.
that, correct?
At certain timings, yes.
At certain timings. That's the difference, right?
We got cycles here.
Difference,
right? We all have
You-
cycles.
yeah.
That's the difference because we don't have timing.
Oh, you're just like fuck forever.
Yeah, we don't-
But I'm like,
All
I got
the
2 weeks. I got a
Yeah,
week.
we-
I got a
yeah,
week.
but
I got
that's-
3 days right here.
That's to
Woo!
reproduce.
I got 4 days.
That's for production. The
But
reproduction.
that's usually when you're like.
But you don't
Sex
think
drive
I
is
need
higher,
to reproduce.
right?
You just think like fill the hole.
Yes, all the time. Now, number 2, you talked about basically the societal standpoint,
Yes.
and also the fear of STDs, which I think it could be lumped up with the societal.
Yeah, it's
thing.
totally tied in, and that's
Yeah.
why the society has like created these protective forces.
Okay, so that's 2 things we addressed. We're on a topic
on
here.
it.
We're on a
That's
topic
good.
here.
Yeah.
Because you said it was muddy. We're sifting through the
is
mud.
muddy,
We found a
yeah.
couple things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is the next, or is that it?
intergenerational trauma.
Intergenerational.
I have like ancestors who were raped.
I think all
We
of us.
all have
all
ancestors.
have been
Not a
raped.
lot. Some people
Yeah, don't
have
single
less.
yourself out.
Yeah.
Some people have less. Like I think of a like,
Either way.
some like lineages like they're not as rapey, and it's great.
Okay. Wait. Okay, no, because here, stop traffic here. Because check this out. If we're going like, way, and I'm talking way back, where there was very, very few humans, because we're essentially all related, right?
Yeah.
Then we all have the common ancestors. Everybody was fucking raped.
Well, yeah.
So like, what do you mean
doesn't
anybody
it-
was raped less?
What
We're
I'm trying
all-
to
yeah.
say is that like recently, so like how long does it take for body trauma to diffuse through generations? Because they're saying now that like you have a baby and that baby has knowledge from your own life. That you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that both-
Wait, so you're telling me, in a again
Like in the body.
yeah. So like if you were
That's what they're saying. The
so,
people.
so who are they? All right.
People are saying
Over at
things.
they.com, dude. You don't check it out every day?
No. So you're telling me like it's an unfortunate truth, but some females after they get molested and raped, they
Sure.
end up being pregnant.
Yeah, the baby
You're telling me
knows.
the baby knows,
The baby knows through some
like just some.
meta thing.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
the baby knows. I think the baby. Here's what I know can be proven.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just like actual
Via,
experiences.
if you read Robert
Oh, what's
Sapolsky's
this?
book right here, they talk about the epigenetic factors and the trauma that a baby can receive from said mother/environment.
Really? Oh my god, you're reading that's on your freaking
Great
coffee
plug.
table
Anyway,
right now.
anyway, what I'm getting at though is that it doesn't have these like memories,
That okay? Yeah, that's what I was like. The baby's in there.
but
Not a
I was like,
memory.
oh my God.
but it
Yeah,
is
not a memory.
it is receiving, however, these stress hormones and the
From the mother,
elevated
yeah, yeah, yeah.
cortisol from the mother,
'Cause-
conducive to also the environment that she's been having and her past trauma that she may not be getting over.
Is it enough to say like cortisol or to say like one chemical, you know, right? Like, or is there something else passing that we're not measuring? And that's always a question.
There could be something
to
that we
baked.
haven't identified yet, for sure, 100%. But
I think that's where people are getting these theories about.
they're not theories.
They're just theories.
Hypothesis.
Okay, hypothesis.
Yeah,
The
you-
hypothesis.
Because how many studies have been done? Yes.
Exactly.
I don't know how many studies have been done. It's something I saw recently on like Esperanza Spalding's posts on Instagram too.
yeah.
She was acknowledging the concept. She was just saying like, I just turned the age that my mother was when she
You know
had
she's
me.
from Portland, right?
She's from
Really?
Portland?
Yeah, why are you doing a British accent?
yeah.
I didn't know I was doing a British accent.
You've been doing it this whole time. You did it when we were at the liquor store.
I think it started with
Talking
Natasha.
to the Arab guy, like he would have thought of you differently or something.
It started with Natasha Kozeli because I learned how to teach from watching her a lot, you know.
Isn't she from the Canary Islands?
she's from the Canary Islands, but she, you know, that's a British
I'm out,
territory.
dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Natasha.
It's a good tool when you
Not a
want to
show.
like make a kid feel like they're engaged. You know, they're just like, why the hell are you talking like that? Now they're listening to you.
Oh, that's funny because I do that to my students all the time. I'll mix up my accents. I'll do that because
Yeah, because they're like, what?
I like messing with them too.
Yeah, you have to just throw weird curveballs.
Right.
to
I just
keep
thought you
them
were doing an
engaged.
impression of Esperanza.
No, but
having
now
a British
it's a part
accent.
of my practice. It just
Gotcha.
comes
That's not
what she
out.
sounds like.
It's like she is from Oregon.
Heard her? I know, you know,
I'm sure
I know.
she could do a British accent.
I'm sure she can, but
Yeah.
that's not how she speaks.
How does she speak?
like a Portlandian.
Say something, Esperanza Spalding.
I don't know. You saw it.
You're
I
doing
don't
more of
fucking
a like
know.
a Corinne Bailey Ray.
Oh, that's nice.
Corinne Bailey Ray.
She's British.
She's British.
Right.
A little CBR?
She's
CBR.
got lighthearted.
She's sweetie.
Things are
I don't know her,
sweet.
but she seems sweet.
Yeah, I mean, her music is sweet.
Yeah, why not?
So are people what they make, you know?
No. No.
What
Can
kind
you
of
set-
music? Like, do you feel like you're your music?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I guess sometimes. Yeah. But Michael Jackson.
Separate
Jackson.
art from artists. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
R. Kelly. Well, yeah, I can see R. Kelly. Dude.
Chris Brown's.
Michael didn't write a lot of that stuff. It was like Quincy Jones, right?
Yeah, but the music, not the lyrics.
But that's why I feel like it's
The
okay to
delivery.
keep covering him. You know, like, oh, this is by Quincy Jones, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't think we should attribute it to Michael?
Okay, so for example, like
You know,
Smoke,
let's just like diss him by not.
Yeah.
because there is a difference between like Smokey Robinson's "Who's Loving You" and Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5's "Who's Loving You." Like, and you can actually listen to both side by side and see a clear difference and appreciate both. So, fuck it.
It's just appreciable.
So you are your music. 100%. Actually, yeah,
That's
you are.
weird. I
No,
mean-
you are.
I mean, some of the music, like I had a gig the other day, and I was like, it just felt like I was off the entire. Like I didn't exist there the whole time. It
In a
depends
good
what
way
you're
or a bad
doing.
way?
In kind of a bad way.
Gotcha.
You know, it's just like
Your head was
the
elsewhere.
crowd was super loud, and then I was just like, I have to do this. for 2
Oh,
hours.
it wasn't. It
You weren't
wasn't
feeling it.
It was like what you
Yeah.
guys discussed
When that
off
happens,
cam.
you're not your music. You're just sort of your practice. It's just like, oh, the runs are coming out, the music is happening, the rhythm is happening.
But it's not being received,
But I
though.
don't give a like I don't.
But it's not being received. That's what off cam.
Yeah.
He went to the wrong poetry thing
Yeah.
after having a killer one at
Killer
the
set.
and then he goes to another one to do his same set. And
Yeah.
it's just not well received.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's exactly what happened. Essentially, you bombed.
Similar, but I think it's different in that well, that's a context thing versus like just I think anytime I show up, I'm agreeable enough with people. I'm not saying any ridiculous raunchy
Yeah.
stuff for the most part, although
Yeah, me
that
neither.
can sometimes happen. It's like
I am.
Are you a vessel in the moment, or are you just putting out? And then when you're just putting out, I don't think that's necessarily you. But when you're being a vessel for the flow, where you're like, I'm pulling the energy from the ground through my feet and out my mouth, and then
She's an
giving it to
earthbender.
people, that's
an
you. But it's not you when you're just like, man.
Why is that not you and your man? Why can't you be both?
You can. I mean, you are
Oh.
This is true.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're
A
totally right.
multifaceted being.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You can be just a picture, and you can be like a
Yeah.
5D.
A moving picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
A motion picture.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But that situation where you were in, where it's like, oh, this is just the crowd that's there.
Yeah.
But see, I
What
believe
they're ready
that
to
could be.
agree
I could
with.
believe that to be the case with you too. Sometimes
Sure.
I played a gig just a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago, where I played at the same venue, same spot, a week prior to that, and the difference was staggering. The first time we did it, great success. Like everybody loved it.
Yeah.
Then the next week, it was like completely different crowd.
Was that recently?
Yeah, like a week and a half ago.
Because a lot has been changing recently.
Well, it was just.
Like the whole vibe of every going out thing has been changing.
We'll get to that. Hold on, we'll get to that. I think that the difference was, I think the age group of the crowd. We played essentially the same set, and
But they didn't know the songs.
well, neither did the first group, but they were
they
just
could-
younger and more receptive to
Yeah.
that sound.
Yeah.
Whereas the second time we did it, it was an older crowd, and they were like, "What the fuck is this?"
What is this?
And you could feel that. And it was funny because the manager of the performer that I was playing with.
They're like, can you start playing 70s
No,
pop?
he came up. He was like, "We're hearing a lot of great things," and I was like, "Are you?" They seem so far away from us and are talking very loud. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think they're enjoying it.
But some people go out not to listen to the music, but just to have it,
Just to have
hitting
it.
them in the face.
Yeah.
And then you just have to accept that too. Like I've played plenty of like really.
Where you're just the
You
white
know.
noise.
Yeah, and I really like those kind of gigs too. If you
Oh, it's fun.
understand
If-
that that's what they wanted and that that's what you want.
It's fun if you're doing those gigs with friends.
Yeah.
I was about to.
Oh.
you
bring
have
that
someone to
up.
shoot the shit with.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
If I'm doing that type of gig, and I've done plenty of them with like I don't know Omar, Fern, or like even Diego or something like that. Those are a lot of fun because then we'll fart around. We'll
Yeah.
basically be like, you know what? Let's play it like this. You know? And then Nobody's even paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just
Good.
like, that's what you said. It's the
Yeah,
practice.
yeah.
It becomes like a practice.
Like dinner
Yeah.
gigs.
Yeah. Oh, I have to do a cocktail set next Saturday. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
That's gonna be great though. I like the visualization too of just being music surrounding people. You know, be like, oh, I am sound, and it's like running into your ears.
So
Sound.
like my next one is gonna be at the book fair,
You're reading, like you're gonna do poetry.
Is that the
thing?
17th?
the 17th, the same day your guys' gig.
I know. What time is yours?
I have to check.
Son
I
of a
wanna go.
bitch.
Point
I totally
is-
forgot we have a gig.
You
Point
need a
is,
hype person.
no. So what I'm saying is like,
Come to both, please.
yeah. So what I'm saying is like I it's gonna be weird for me because it's gonna be my first time doing it like at a fair where like other booths and shit are gonna be happening in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna be too distracted to be like, what are they
Oh,
doing
that's
over
interesting.
there?
Yeah,
like,
you've never had to perform
I've
like that.
never had to perform like that.
Yeah, dude, that's one of my biggest hurdles. If I'm playing at a bar, let's say like Rabbit Hole
Yeah.
down the street over here, if I'm playing at a bar, because they have TVs everywhere.
Yeah. TVs.
If they have, if they have,
me, I'm on stage. I'm on stage.
no,
Yeah.
no, cause see, no, I don't care
Yeah, you
if they're
don't,
not
yeah.
if they're not paying attention to me on stage. The problem is while I'm playing song, I'm like, oh shit, what's the score? And I'm watching the game.
Yeah,
And next thing
you're
you know,
watching the game.
they're like solo. What? I'm like, oh shit, yeah. But it's bottom of the ninth.
It'd be great if you soloed like what was happening.
Or what is like? Yeah, what if I'm on stage like some guy gets into a fight with his like girlfriend? I'm like, I kind of want to see that. Like,
Dude, I've seen some crazy shit. One of the funniest gigs that we did, and this is what I'm saying, when we're also the background noise, it was Omar, Fern, and Mariela. And Mariela didn't really appreciate it too much, but she didn't get too upset because we weren't fucking up. It was just our minds weren't in the music, and it was because Omar and I were big fight fans.
So you're watching this fight.
He had his iPad on
Oh,
the
I
piano.
remember this.
We're at the U.S. Grant. Of all places. So we're all like dressed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you're,
and
like,
Omar
in
has his-
suits.
yeah. So on the piano, Omar has his iPad and we're watching the fight. And like, so I'm playing right here and Omar's right here. And he's just like this, like looking over. And Mariela's like calling the tune. He's like, yeah.
Ah!
And then it was a point for me to like solo. I was like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, oh, shit.
hey, you put your emotions in that.
That's
song.
nice of her to not
Yeah.
get pissed. I probably would have been like,
Dude, it was
Like,
nobody
this
bit.
sucks.
We're the white noise though. We're the
Yeah.
white noise. It was just
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun though. It
I
was
guess if you get your head in the same, if she got her head in the same space.
and like I said,
it's
we
okay.
weren't fucking up. It wasn't
Yeah.
like we were missing any changes or like just blowing the solo.
Yeah.
We were still doing what we had
But
to
you
do.
could feel it. You could feel it. Like
Yeah.
if she was watching the game too, it would have been cool because then it would have been like both things are happening. Like you're
Yeah.
watching the game and music, and then the music is being affected by that in some weird way.
It kind of was.
That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah,
solo, he put his
exactly.
emotions in
When it was legit time for me to solo, there was like a huge. It wasn't a knockout punch,
Yeah.
but he got wobbled,
Yeah.
and I remember I was like, oh shit, you know, like.
Yes.
So it was
Yeah.
interesting to see it.
Something else to react to.
Yeah. And Fern, obviously, Maria, like they're not into that stuff at all. But Fern was just cracking up that Omar and I were like just huddled right there, looking at the
Gotta
screen.
watch. Great.
It's fun. You got to make your gigs fun too.
Yes.
If you're playing music that you may not enjoy playing all that much,
Yeah.
you know. You're like,
Yes.
I don't want to play "Fly Me to the Moon." Yeah.
It's actually a really good song though.
1,000 times though, like come on.
Definitely not 1,000 times,
Yeah.
but
It's like my dad with Hotel California,
Nah,
dude.
see,
Like
yeah.
he's like, I'm never fucking playing that song
I use
ever
it
again.
sparsely. Oh yeah, Hotel California. These are classics for a reason. I was talking to Shelby Bennett about this yesterday. She was like, well, we were just talking about that idea of constantly performing or going on tour and then doing the same repertoire over and over.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Well, check out the homies over at Border X. You can bleep that out. Yeah. Bleep that out. Yeah.
You know, but as long as you can, I don't know, connect. It's interesting how you can connect to the same song differently every single day if you just show up and you're ready to receive and put it out, you know.
I think when you're doing like long tours where you have to play the same set every day, the best time to see that band though is towards the middle of their run. Because in the
They're
beginning,
not petered out yet.
well, in the beginning, they may still be just kind of like, I'm sure they're
Feeling it
tight.
out.
but
You get tight on tour.
You get tight on
You
tour.
get tight on tour.
And then towards the middle, it's like, hell yeah, they're probably excited because now they're really tight.
Yeah.
And they're like putting their into it. But then towards that hump, towards the end, they're like, fuck this. They may still pull it off where they're like,
depends, yeah.
yeah, they may still pull it off where they're like, yeah, they're still tight.
I
But
think
they
it depends
also
on the audience at that point. Like if you
Depends
have
on
the energy, you're always gonna be there.
man, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it depends on the personality of the musician.
Okay.
I think it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only speak for myself. And I know
that.
at the end of a run or something, I'm going to be
Circumstance.
like, man, fuck this, dude. Are we really going to play this song again? And it's like, I know they're hearing it for the first time, but it's just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I'm really excited for the next Baby Bushka tour.
Where are you guys going?
We're going back to the UK.
Are you? When?
Like in the spring of next year.
That's nice.
Last time we went on tour, I got so fit. Like I've never been
Why?
that fit in my life.
Because you were walking a lot.
Because I'm the backup dancer.
Oh,
And we're literally like jogging for 2 hours.
sick.
It's just like,
Yeah.
put the costume on, run, dance,
Right.
sing. The first couple of days, I had like a rolling pin in my legs. I was like, I'm so sore. I hate everyone. I like had a breakdown at one point, and I
Like one of
poured a
those?
water bottle on my head.
Let me show you. I'll pull up.
You know what? No. Send it to me.
That's
I'll
all
pull it.
good.
Yeah. Send it to me. Yeah. We'll show you something
Okay.
regarding rolling pins or foam rollers, if you will.
Foam rollers. Yeah, they
there.
didn't have. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that one that's like spinal correction? It's very centered.
Yeah. The
Okay,
We tried
so
those.
first of all, I'm gonna share with you.
Jerry, send it.
Wait, airdrop or
No, just text it, airdrop. I don't care. Whatever.
Okay.
Either way.
okay?
Either
So
way's fine. You want another one?
Yeah, can I walk?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Large. Okay, just one more. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Morning drinkers.
That's why I know.
best
I was
time.
like, I have to drink tomorrow, Shelby. I gotta go.
I have to drink tomorrow.
I left your place at like 9 p.m. I'm like, I gotta go drink in the morning. Excuse me.
Dude, that's so funny. I was at the music box last night, and
Thank
then
you.
afterwards, we came here to polish off. That's why there's dirty dishes in there. We polished off the rest of the Chinese. It was me, Jesse, and Diego.
Good job.
And I didn't go to sleep till like after 3. It was like 3:30 in the morning, and that's why I texted you this morning. I was like, "Can we make it 11:30?" Because if you're coming over at 10, I was like, "Fuck."
I was just thinking like I need to drink a lot and then sober up for my gig later. So I was like, whatever works for you. But that was good. And then I got really distracted. Like,
Beautiful.
So what I just sent you, the first video was the last time I was at one of Omar's show where
Here it is.
It was at the fair.
Are we gonna show that one first? I
can.
thought we were gonna do
So
the
this
foam
was-
roller. Let's do the foam roller.
Okay, let's do the
because she
foam
just
roller.
talked about the foam rolling one. So right here.
those thighs. So Diego.
Yeah,
What's wrong with his thighs?
So
he was sore. He was sore.
So this is my old spot. This is my old apartment.
Doesn't Cubby live there now?
Yep.
Cubby lives there now. Have you been there yet?
No, I dropped him off.
Okay, so that's my old
He's like, I live at Brian's old spot.
That's my old place. It's funny. He tells everybody because I did
That's
a gig
so
with Jake
weird.
Nager like last week, and he was just like, "So Cubby lives at your old place." And I was like, "How do you know that? What the fuck?"
He's
That's
been
cool.
feeding. He's been forcing it down my throat for 2 weeks
It's a vibe. He probably still feels you there. He's like,
Maybe.
Brian.
on the walls.
So right here it begins.
Twiddling his nips.
Yeah.
And shit.
yeah.
Oh my god. So I was in the shower, and I just get out of the shower, and I hear the
moaning.
and I'm like, the fuck's going on? Grab my phone, and then this happens. This ensuing, and that's what I see. Is Oliver rolling the and they're like, what's up? Like casual, just rolling out the
I
Eagles.
was helping out my boy, dude.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
Yeah.
By the way, this is how broke I was. This is before I had a TV stand. Look, it's just
pretty
like
clutch,
it's
your
just
setup
propped
now.
on
Yeah.
my coffee table.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Functions.
Now-
And then the next one, I do remember this one. This one's great. Scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
I love this
So at
love
Omar, and I think it was a Surefire.
Wait.
I think it was Surefire they were playing the North Park Fair.
Yeah, right there.
And this was happening in the background.
Oh my God.
Wait, let's do.
Oh
let's
my
do this.
God.
Let's do this.
That's
so yeah,
so
it was.
explicit.
I think it was the North Park Street Fair.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have a great story about this.
Wait. Oh, you got regarding this?
Kind of.
Well, let's just go with this one first.
Okay, let's go with this
one. So North Park Street Fair, And we're in the beer garden. We're a little bit, we're enjoying ourselves, right?
We're in the beer garden,
And we see this fine gentleman with what I'm assuming is just his girlfriend, wife, what have you.
Or who he met that
Who
evening.
he met and she
Let's
likes
go
it.
with who he met, because that's
No
even
one
better.
is slapping a hand.
And he's just scratching.
Just scratching
And just
at
like-
it. Those are those expensive jeans,
He gets
too.
up in there. I had another video. I could swear he puts it to his nose.
I don't remember.
I could swear.
No.
I could swear.
No.
I could swear.
I don't remember that. But yeah, that was
Honestly, not
I
even-
took this video. By the way, I took this video.
Thank you for taking this video.
Honestly, not
This
even.
this could blow up. This could be one of those TikTok reaction things. Easy. Yeah.
You could hear me.
Us cracking up.
God,
you
where
can
did
hear
they
us
go after
dying.
I think that's actually Fern, dude. Like
Dude.
dying. All right, so moments before this happened, these guys played "Impeach the President." This
Oh.
Not me.
no.
The
Well,
B-side players or something? Like, who
No,
does
I
that?
think it was Surefire.
It's
Oh,
Surefire.
Surefire does that. Okay.
So they
Oh,
finished.
they recorded
So they
it.
finished playing the song, and Omar, Jesse, and the rest of the guys, they're back with us, and we're kicking it,
Mm-hmm.
and like groupies show up, like aunties. Like they're like, oh my god, we love that song. Like, yeah, fuck Trump,
Right.
Even
Yeah.
though that song was written when, like, during Nixon era.
Yeah, Nixon's.
But it's so appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, so and then Omar like didn't even skip a beat. Grabs me by my shoulders, puts me in front of her, and goes, "Oh yeah, he wrote it."
I do remember that.
So now for like 2 minutes, I had a bullshit to this auntie about how I got inspiration for it,
I remember
like where like all that like hate came from. Like,
Yeah.
and these guys are all fucking off, laughing at the guy
God.
scratching the girlfriend's ass, and I'm over here with this auntie.
I remember that so well.
Just the context just really like paints
Oh
a giant
man, that
picture.
was so good. I remember that. Omar's like, how do I remove myself from this conversation? Oh, he wrote it.
And I'm just like, what, dude? Like,
Wow.
That is great.
He's
Twofold.
good at that.
Twofold, because he's like, I'm gonna remove myself from a conversation I don't want to have, and hey, maybe I can hook up my boy.
with an
Sure.
auntie,
Were you even like free at that point? Yeah.
Why not?
yeah, fucking why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damn.
I know this. Now that I opened this up, I know this video. Why did you send me this one? Why am I showing this one though?
Oh, actually, I sent that one as an accident. I sent it
okay.
along with the other one.
Okay, I was just like,
I mean, it's a good video.
it's a good video if you want to see.
Should we just?
Yeah,
should I
what's
just
this
send you all the
video?
videos?
You should play the video.
I
It's
wanna be
already
shamed by
queued
drunken
up.
shit.
It's
Here we
like,
go. Here you go. Here you
the
go.
entire
Here you go,
screen.
Lex. Here you go, Lex.
all right.
Let's get
Slippers.
your take
Windows.
on me and Diego. Just
Do a
do
little stretch.
little stretching.
I want to like have friendships like you. This is a good friendship.
I've never seen
On the
it.
big screen.
I've
On the
never
big
seen it on the
screen.
big
Look at
screen.
the face
Look
he's
at
making.
the concentration right there.
Ooh.
Look at that concentration.
Like your bro love is inspiring all the
wait,
time.
I-
I just think about
Since
your
we're
bro
sharing,
love.
I might as well start
Oh
sharing.
my god, dude.
You have a lot of good ones.
Oh my lord.
Let me show you this picture from the last Maracuya promo vid. They were reviewing the shot, and they seemed to really enjoy what they were seeing on Jesse's camera.
Ooh. Ah! Yeah.
It's not Brian taking it from behind; it's Brian appreciating it from the front.
Listen,
Appreciating
we
from the
like the
front.
footage. What,
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with
I
that.
don't see anything wrong
Diego
with it.
is clearly excited about the footage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure like how to feel. Like I try to immediately think like what
Yeah.
if you both were women?
I always arch my back this way.
He
You know?
I mean, as you should. It's good for posture.
Yeah, it's great for the spine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
helps out that scoliosis problem.
Exactly.
got
Exactly.
scoliosis.
No, no.
Okay.
You're like, because I do. And it's,
It's a
Well,
bitch.
sure, yeah. You gotta work without spine.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy for your closeness.
I have a lot of pictures. Okay, so
Okay.
our relationship in our friend group revolves around videos and pictures that, without context, would look very wrong
Yeah.
Why is it wrong, though?
to the
Wrong
general public.
to people who think so. Yeah.
Right.
Just those
Right.
people.
Yeah, those people.
Those people.
Those
yeah, but
people.
human touch
Yeah.
is a real phenomenon. It's important. You know,
Yeah.
good touch, people.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I let her like hold that cat.
I don't know if I should share more. Do you want me to share more?
No, I mean, whatever. You don't have to. Actually, I was reminded, and this is going to shift it in an entirely different direction. I don't know if you're okay with that.
Let's go with it.
Do it.
Are you aware of I think I brought it up yesterday. Do you know who Trevor Bauer is?
Oh, we discussed it briefly. Trevor
Bauer is a pitcher. I don't think you would know him at all.
Okay.
Yeah, is a pitcher for the LA Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Now he has come. He's come into the news recently because of a scandal involving a young woman from San Diego. Actually,
Oh, lucky lady.
Shout out.
well,
Shout out to the local.
well, maybe not so lucky as she has accused him of sexual assault.
Great. Wow. No,
Not the reaction I was looking
It's like Cosby's getting out. Hey,
This is horrible.
let's give this guy a bite.
Oh my god.
no, that sucks.
Please continue. I just think it's crazy how like high profile everything is all the time. But could go on.
Okay,
That's all.
okay. So
Yeah.
this is an interesting case, though, and I thought it was interesting because yes, you always hear of these kind of things happening, especially with maybe men in positions of power, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Abusing their power,
Right.
like
now,
being
now, check this out, though. Check this out. She's accusing him of sexual assault because they were having rough sex. Now,
I remember this. Okay.
Wow.
And he has text messages because she had requested a lot of these acts.
It was
of
consensual.
Rough sex.
Oh, so there's like written documentation of her asking for that.
Asking
Yeah.
for her to be choked and this and this.
All
and
the
that.
hits, all the classics.
all the classics, right? And to be, like hit as well.
Yeah.
And then
Spit in the face.
she went back a second time
for round two.
for round two.
Oh,
And I guess
just
round
being-
two was a little bit more rough. And so now she went to the cops and was like, hey, this guy sexually assaulted me.
We weren't there though. We weren't there.
Obviously we weren't there.
Yeah.
No one was there.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
There's
no
no
one was
video
there.
out so far. If
I
there
was
is,
watching
leak it,
from behind
please.
the double mirror.
Yeah. But I just thought it was an interesting case, and I wanted
crazy.
to get some perspective here.
I
That's so
actually,
interesting.
What do you-
when you were telling me this, I
Yeah.
was tying it into, I think it's Stanford or one of those big league schools.
Big league schools. That's what they're actually
Ivy
called
Leagues.
too.
Big League Chews.
Big league chew. Keep it at baseball.
Yeah.
And this big league chew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this cat, we were watching Sandlot earlier today.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's summer. It's summer.
It's summer.
Yeah, you gotta play baseball.
This guy, I think he's Indian. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He got accused of sexually assaulting this lady.
Gotcha.
But security cams from the bar that they left from show her like just like groping him and like forcing herself on.
So he could have sued her at that
He
point.
could have.
Did she ring it?
Excuse me.
Did she ring it?
Not on camera. Not on that camera. Maybe
Gotcha.
on another one that we
Okay.
need to find. Yeah,
Okay.
but and she accused him, and then he was like, "Hey, man, this is all consensual, and like I got witnesses," and they're like, "Fuck those witnesses." So it was all
Who
until
said fuck those witnesses?
her lawyers, I'm assuming.
Okay,
So
weird.
basically, it wasn't until like the surveillance video from this bar came out. It showed her being an aggressive female towards this like
Right.
this
Yeah.
vulnerable male.
Yeah.
There are lionesses out there.
Yeah, they're out there to hunt. They're hunting.
Oh yeah.
They're
Cougars
hunting.
are cougars for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, long story short, she lost because there was
Okay.
proof and
There
evidence.
was-
Hey.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying
All
is,
right. Win one for
Those
the good guys.
texts are really good evidence.
all I'm saying is
The
like,
texts.
unfortunately, but how our law works is if you got enough
Right.
evidence to prove you,
And I mean, that's righteous, and I totally agree.
But sometimes that shit can be fixed.
yes.
Who's to say?
The
Just playing devil's
technicalities.
advocate. Our homie, the pitcher, our homie.
Even if you make
He's like when she was sleeping, like texted himself
Yeah.
like, I want to be just.
That's
I
true.
want to have my head shoved down the toilet. And
That's nice. However,
yeah, we don't know that. We don't know that.
Wait,
we
wait,
weren't
wait,
there.
wait,
We
wait.
weren't
That's another
there.
thing.
you have to be some sort of extra 18-year-old dumb to not know how to lock your phone.
Yeah. Or what if when she was sleeping?
I
she's
don't
like,
lock my phone.
What if? Hey,
Are you real?
Brian. What if they're like spooning together and then
Are you Trevor Bauer's accuser?
So Trevor's Bauer and this innocent female, they're laying down, they're spooning, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden in the dead of night, she's dead asleep. You just see like his hand just get that face recognition and like go around.
Smooth move.
Wow.
Smooth move.
That's
Smooth
a
move,
horrible
laxity.
thought. Like, I didn't even think of that.
See, you don't think like
You don't think like some conniving females would do that?
That's a way to. Well, that was this conniving male, but yes.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of like girls that like when the guys is sleeping, like they grab like the guy's like finger and like put it on their phone like before.
I am
Very
such a light sleeper. Like soon,
You would wake up.
I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack because the way I wake up is always like my fight or flight is triggered. I don't wake up like just like
punching people.
I freaked out when me and my cousin used to live with each other. He got scared because I was like this or something, right? And
Because you sleep like an angel.
like an angel, like
yeah.
a
And
delicate little baby angel,
I sleep
right?
next to Brian all the time, so I know.
And he came in and he was just like, Brian, and then most people they get up, they're like what? Like their eyes are like what? No. The way I wake up, and this is very common, is like this. Say my name.
Brian. That's scary.
That's
scary, dude.
It's just like
that's scary.
It's instantly like
That's good.
my
Yeah.
eyes are
Is
like
it?
this.
He would survive.
Is it?
My eyes are like that, and then like my heart starts racing, and my cousin was just like, he's like, I'll buy you lunch. And I was like, what? And he's like, dude, you wake up fucking scary, man. And I was like, what are you talking about?
That's good.
I just like literally.
Reboot.
It's
Yeah.
like
I am
me.
awake.
It's like me when like I'm like doing like focus mitt work.
Yeah.
Like Patrick says that when he holds mitts, he's like I see him flinching, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, because it looks like you really want to hurt me. I was like, well, that's what I'm doing. Like I'm trying to get it out.
Yeah. Okay, so you think your devil's advocate theory hypothesis is that this
It hasn't been tested yet, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna fucking prove that. Is that this Trevor guy?
Trevor's Bauer.
Yeah.
Trevor's Bauer. He grabbed her phone.
That's a crazy theory.
Unlocked it.
That's crazy.
Plausible.
Sent
Yeah,
him.
it is plausible. Yeah.
Here's where it's not. Here's where
You
it's not
sound like
because I did
freaking
read.
Legally Blonde right
I
now.
did read the article. She did acknowledge she sent those texts.
She did. Well, there.
There.
She did it.
So
Yeah,
now we're in a whole
She
other
dug her own
situation,
hole.
right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, did she?
But she's saying her case essentially is that he got too rough without my
and
consent.
then she started saying no, maybe.
So
So she's in there and she's saying,
that
no,
changes
stop.
shit.
Then
That
he
They
changes
need a
choked her.
safe word, and people need to fucking use it.
They did have a safe word. They did have a safe word.
And he was like, "Fuck it."
Do you want me to pull up?
Really?
Should I try to pull up the article? Let
See,
me see if I
that's
can find the
really
article.
gnarly though. Like if
Yeah.
if you don't stop at the safe word.
There is a
Trevor Bauer.
Trevor's Bauer.
Scandal. Let's go scandal.
Scandal.
Reveals sordid assault accusations. Let's go with this one, right? New York Post. Fuck it. So that's Trevor's Bauer.
In all his glory.
So handsome.
The 27-year-old woman outlined
my
the
God.
unsavory. Let's put this in reader.
Let's give a shout out to that San Diego girl real quick.
I know.
Our hometown hero, right?
Way to get banged.
Photos included the request to show the woman bruised and battered. According to the report, Bauer said through his agent he was a pair of consensual rough sex. See, he specifies rough sex and a restraining order. Whatever, he's not going to. I agreed to have consensual sex. However, I did not agree to consent to what he did next. The woman said, according to Athletic, I did not agree to be sexually assaulted. When she woke up an unknown amount of time later. Okay, so pause. Because he acknowledged that he choked her out. And I think he acknowledges that the first time he choked her out too, and then she wanted it again. And now I've choked many people out, right?
And I've been choked out as well.
Right. Now, this is a indicator here. Unknown amount of time later.
That's weird, yeah.
Because the thing is, sometimes, and actually more often than not, when you choke someone out, once you let go, they come to like really, really quickly, but they are very
They're
disoriented.
dazed.
They're
Yeah.
disoriented. They don't know
Yeah.
how much time has passed, but usually it's like you're out for like a second.
It's basically
Yeah.
you factory resetted
People used
the
to
brain.
do that in
Right.
high school a lot. They just choke
What kind
each
of
other.
fucking high school did you go to? We're talking about sport. Like, yeah, we do judo and jujitsu. Like,
So here we
Dude, I
go.
don't
So here we go.
know.
She claimed when she met
It
him
was
again
like a hang.
that he that he choked her until she lost consciousness. When she came to, she reportedly claimed Bauer punched her multiple times in the head.
God!
According
What
to the
the hell?
report.
wait. Play devil's advocate. What if he choked her out?
Oh,
and
that's
then he
very
was like,
explicit.
she ain't waking up. Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up. and she's just
Those
playing
are open hands.
possum.
This is open hands. Though.
That's a good point.
Wake up!
Yeah.
Wait.
That's a good
Yeah.
point, though. Right. Okay, so after punching me
That could've
several
been a
times,
thing.
he then flipped me back onto my stomach. God, it's hot. I'm just kidding. Look at her fucking face.
We're reading a news article, and I'm swelling up. Dude. What's going on?
I can't believe this.
Began choking me with her hair. With hair.
With hair.
That's a little hot, right?
With her own hair.
Yeah.
Her own hair.
Honestly,
It's not his hair. It's not that long. Kind of hot, right?
I
That is
dig
hot,
that. I
and
dig
it's
that.
just
I
like-
dig that. I
You
dig
walk
that. I
through
dig
the
that.
door of someone's place and you've already made a big decision.
So now,
Yeah. And it's already rough before, and she wanted it
it's
rougher.
already rough.
And
So-
she wanted it rougher.
And this is where it's just like, man, you've already asked to go beyond the line of conscious control.
maybe
wait,
he did
wait.
it wrong.
Right, but that's what she's accused. Is he did too. Okay, so let's say after punching several times, flipped me on the back. Okay, choked me. She said, I lost consciousness again. Well, yeah, you're getting choked.
I mean,
When she later was found to be shaking and crying, he tried to calm
God.
her and told her she was safe. She reported. I don't mean to laugh. It's just like it sounds crazy.
In a position, like hanging your glass of
this
milk.
is crazy.
You'll be all right.
Wow. I think this is one of those stored trauma situations where like it's possible to like be seeking these things out and then to be like, holy shit,
Like
I'm
she already has trauma.
traumatized.
Well,
That's what I'm saying
There's
because
so much about this. That, it's not just
there's so many
one
unknown
thing.
variables.
Yeah.
But when you're reading it from the outside looking in, and all you have is this article.
Yeah. You just have what the article says.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. But you don't know like what her history is with sex. You don't know what his history is. And if you have these texts, you have this whole
So
like,
now-
wait.
context.
So check this out. In her request for a restraining order, she said she taped Bauer on the phone at the request of Pasadena police. By the way, Pasadena is a lovely place. That's where he lives. In the alleged recording, she said she asked Bauer what he did while she was unconscious, and he said he punched her buttocks. That's not going to hurt. To which she replied she didn't consent to that.
Again, what was this trying to wake her up?
Right. Bauer changed the topic she reportedly claimed in the declaration. Okay. In response to the report, Bauer spoke. So this recording would have to come out in the case if there's going to be a case.
And we're gonna be on it.
Yeah.
Listen to
Bauer's
that.
spokespeople pointed to his agent's previous statement. The woman's based for the order fraudulent. Both of her counters drove from San Diego to Mr.
Shout
Bauer's
out, shout
residence.
out.
Shout out to SD, where she went on to dictate what she wanted from him sexually.
She went for it. Like
Yeah.
she drove. She got in her car and was like, I'm going to get manhandled.
Yeah.
Following each of her only two. Yeah, I mean, he's an alpha.
Yeah.
Your starting pitcher for the LA Dodgers, that's an alpha male.
Yeah.
Spent the night, left without incident. Continued to message
Wait, I
Mr.
thought-
Bauer with friendly and flirtatious banter. The woman proposed blah, 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 concern.
there's-
I thought the whole alpha male
Yeah.
thing was disproven recently. That there is no such thing as alphas and betas.
I think
in
if
like
you...
humans?
Yeah,
Or what?
apparently.
And hummus.
and
hummus?
And hummus.
It was like this. One of Joe Rogan's guests was like, "No, you're wrong, Joe. Like that's not how it is.
I don't think so, because most animals, and I would even say mammalian species, have a...
have a leader, a
Have an
clear
alpha.
leader. Yeah,
It's not even that it's a leader. It's just there
But
is a
usually.
dominant,
Yeah.
a dominant
Figure.
male figure, generally speaking.
Well, now
No.
I said
yeah,
most mammalian
Well,
species.
yeah, I mean, ever
Doesn't mean
since
all.
like, work wasn't
Yeah.
about like power of force, then
Yeah.
it became really different. But yeah.
Ever since work wasn't about? What do you mean by that?
Ever since the workforce wasn't emphasizing, physical ability.
Yeah, but
there's
his
been a
workforce-
major shift.
his
His
does.
workforce
His
does,
physical
ability.
and it's clear. Yeah, and
we're
this-
talking about
Clearly his
in
sexual.
sociology today.
Yeah,
is what we're talking about.
yeah, and
So
like,
you're speaking like Office Space.
yeah.
well, no, there's also like creative and like color mindsets and things like that. Like,
Sound
I
it
started
out.
thinking about art, and I'm like, oh, Johnny Alexander designed all of these, which is a man. But I'm just saying.
I'm break the seal and let her.
Yeah,
her thoughts.
no. We're gonna continue this. Keep going.
This is such a gnarly thing to talk about. I mean,
This is what we do.
nobody was there. Nobody fucking knows. And
I just wanted to get.
consent is definitely like a constant thing that has to keep happening, and we know this from
Right.
from just lots of social pressure telling us this. And
What an awkward. If consent has to be so like if it has to be constant, what an awkward to me. What an
how
awkward.
do you shift like that? Yeah.
What an awkward sexual experience if it's constant. Like, is this okay? Is
Well, a
this
lot
okay?
of people make the argument like if you just propose it the right way and you check in a little bit, that it's good. You have to check in a little bit.
Right.
But it sounds like the situation they got into was like
Miscommunication.
like a minute long problem that could have
Right.
just been like check in and get over it. I don't. You don't know. None of us were there.
None of us were there.
None of us were there.
I just thought it was interesting because I mean, we as a society, a public, have heard plenty of scandals involving athletes or like
there's so
a
much
CEO,
that could be behind this.
whatever.
Exactly,
Yeah.
He's got money.
Right.
This is.
However,
That's
there's
definitely
never
a driving force.
Yeah, I haven't heard an encounter like this where actually there was proof via text messages exchanges and her already acknowledging like, no, I wanted it rough. That to me is the interesting factor of this. And I'm like,
exactly.
I've never heard this. And I wonder how
why do you draw the line right there?
Right.
Like, didn't you enjoy being abused?
I do.
Did you use the bidet?
Did you watch that ass? Hell yeah. 'Cause I'm gonna abuse that shit later.
This is a hard ass line. And I constantly think about this, like, as a woman, how am I walking into a situation? Mm-hmm. What am I asking for?
Right.
And I know that the language of asking for it is like so taboo and horrible, right? Like,
Why?
I'm not asking for anything.
Why is that taboo?
Summer Walker did a song about it.
Summer Walker?
Yeah, you know
No, I don't
this
know.
artist?
I don't even know who that
But did they talk about asking for it?
Yeah, so the whole premise of Summer Walker's song was like girls just want to get fucked too.
Like girls just want to have fun.
But we just don't know.
but like
Yeah,
more fun.
but we just we're ashamed of like asking for it. Like we don't know how to ask for it.
Yeah.
Like years we've been told that we shouldn't ask for it.
Right,
It's
right.
Like, yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
What were you? God damn it! What were you saying? I forgot already.
Well, I want to draw a hard line.
The hard line. Yeah.
I want to say, obviously, like, empower women to speak up. But this is such a deep line that has
Right.
nothing to do with like written and like legal consent. This is a line that digs so deep into our heritage of women and to our societal expectations of
case?
what we want.
I was gonna say,
yes.
Oh, okay. See, I'm glad I brought it up.
Like rape and how, like I was saying, intergenerational trauma, right?
Crap.
If I have like grandmas who have been raped,
Right.
then part of my body says
all have.
I expect rape and I want rape.
Now, does that only occur for females and not males?
I think it occurs for like everybody in weird ways. Like, and I think rape is something that is totally this horror biological imperative thing, just like murder. But we don't murder each other anymore. But back in the day, people
murder's
were
still-
killing people all the time.
All the time, yeah.
You know?
That's in this book. The Better Angels of Our Nature.
Yep.
And it talks about this and has actually a great
I guess I gotta read that.
excerpt in the very beginning stages regarding the violence of the Old Testament in particular. It's nice. It's nice. It's a great read.
It's a good
A
read.
lot of violence.
But this is interesting. Because this is something of like a standpoint that I've not a standpoint, but an opinion that I've had.
That
And
you've reached a
I've discussed with Omar and Diego, and I think Omar actually hit me up. He wants to come back on soon. That I discussed with them, saying, given all the rape, molestation, whatever regarding our species, I said, at what point now do we just acknowledge that this is actually who we are?
No, because you have to be like walking towards some goal.
Wait, pause. Because I'm gonna address this, and then I'm gonna unpack it. I'm gonna address what you just said, and then I'm gonna unpack it, and I'm just gonna address it really
That's
quickly.
like my first.
I'm gonna address it very, very quickly. Who set this goal? Why do we need to be walking towards a goal?
The moral people.
Now, but two, morality is a subjective
as fuck.
subjective thing.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. Now. Now, what I'm getting at too, and this is what I discussed with Omar too. When you look at other animals and species, and we actually watched this, you and I yesterday, because you were like, you know this about ducks. I was like, yeah.
Or
rapists.
Or
Ducks are
zebras.
super-
Or zebras.
horrible.
Yeah, but on a grand scale, if you look at it through the morality lens of the human species, if you're watching other animals, most
not gonna make
females
sense.
aren't consensual. Most sex that happens in the wild seems actually rather rapey. If you're looking at through our lens of morality.
Oh.
If
I
you
don't
look
know
at it
about
like
most.
that.
Like, I haven't examined every organism
I mean,
on
I
the
haven't
planet
either.
and how they
You
have
got time
sex.
to start studying, all right?
But if you're watching some Nat
Time to
Geo,
study.
if you're watching some Nat Geo stuff, or if you went on Safari like I did, and
You
you've
did.
seen it happen, and you're like, it doesn't seem like she really wants it, but it doesn't matter because the lion's like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's interesting because I wonder at what point like female horniness takes hold, because at some point
I have seen the female
to be
present.
desired.
Well, I have seen the female present, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, well it's on. You know, she clearly wants it. But I swear, more often than not, when I see the video footage, I'm obviously not out there with Jane Goodall watching the chimps.
I mean,
but
the
it's,
goal is to rise. Like for most of the human population, the goal is like let's get a little less animalistic. Let's get a little more thoughtful.
okay.
right?
So now there's the counter argument though.
You're like, no.
I'm swaying a bit because I actually hear the opposite from people.
Oh, who are you hanging
I
out with?
agree. I think a lot. I think a lot of people are saying we need to go back to our like animalistic roots.
Fuck, dude, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times. I'm actually the biggest proponent of like, no, when are we already fucking merging with
With technology.
AI? When are we gonna fucking
Oh,
do?
you're like, I don't
I'm
need a
like
body
big on
anymore.
that because this kind of shit would become obsolete. This wouldn't
Yeah.
even be an issue once we merge. It's like
So
this
why?
is-
No, what I think is no. My belief is that people will only say that when it's selective as fuck, as in when it's
as
like
with most arguments.
as with most
Yeah.
fucking arguments.
Yeah.
So it's like that person in that current day of life was not striving in the technologically advanced world. They're like, you know what? It's because I wasn't in tide with my fucking roots.
Yeah.
And that's why it's better that way. Because they've been doing it for centuries.
Right.
Yeah, that's an easy argument to make, and it's already so tied into like how we already feel and think.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's really archaic though too. You're just like, just keep going back to.
So
So you agree with us?
I
Let's
believe-
merge with the cyborgs.
I believe there needs to be a happy medium.
Okay, what's the happy medium? What's
I don't
Oliver?
know.
Oh,
I don't know.
right,
I need
give
someone
us a happy
smarter
medium.
than me to
Happy
find
medium.
it.
what's our happy medium? Because you're saying
medium.
we need to move towards a goal. What is our
But
goal? Not fully merge with the
Neglect
AI.
the
Unless
past.
you're on
only
board.
thing
Unless
that
you're on
I
board.
give a shit about, like the
Okay.
one thing that I'm like, okay, there's a line in this is the clear, like there's no defending this. There's no like anti this. Like we could talk about rape, we could talk about like these rights and human issues, like all we want,
Sure.
and have different interpretations. But the one line that becomes like obviously present is that Earth is a spaceship. And if we're not gonna fucking take care of this,
I was not.
okay, fine, just give it to me. Give it to me. Man.
I was-
Give me another one.
Of all
I'll take the
things,
dark
of
one that
all
I
things
clear.
you could have said, that was not where I was expecting her to say. I'm good. That is not where I was expecting at all. Holy shit.
We are in like a tiny ass vacuum of air, like this the thin.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tangents featuring Lexi.
That is
This
the
hurt-
only
wait, this
thing
has
that
got me going-
matters.
Yeah, I got you. I had to.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
So
only
we're
thing that
Earth is a
matters.
spaceship. Okay, the
we're
only
in a
ma-
turtle's dream in outer space.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That's it.
Nothing is real.
If
I am
we
God.
fuck this up, we got nothing.
So that's actually so
Okay.
that's actually the one thing that I kind of like appreciated of like the 5% theory
I love how it comes full circle.
is the fact that they believe that like
Earth
they
is
believe
spaceship.
only black people are gods, but like let's say everyone is a god.
Sure.
Yes.
Like if we go around our daily
I believe
lives
everyone is a god. actually.
godlike,
Yeah.
first of all, we'll feel a little bit better about ourselves. Maybe our self-esteem will go up. But if you approach another person as a fellow god, like you hold them up as the most high.
Yeah,
So you
Jah.
already have more self-respect or more like conscious respect for everyone around you.
I love it so much.
She's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I'm gonna be a 5%.
I love it. No, I think about this too. I'm like, I am a god. I've been thinking about my microbiome and how it talks to me. And
You
it
are a
tells me to
creator.
want
You
things.
as a woman, first of all, are the only one that can create.
But
I know it's
as
fucking
in,
nuts.
like,
I don't want to do that shit.
You
no.
can just like
but that's not true.
just shoot them out. Just
That's not true. That can't happen without the other.
oh yeah,
shit's
you need
brutal,
our
though.
special sauce.
When you think
yeah.
about, like,
we got the
giving
good
the-
sauce. We got
You
the
can
good sauce.
buy that shit though. You can buy it.
You mean
It's a good sauce.
Yeah,
You need to buy the sauce.
You need the Alfredo.
There's a price. There's a price on this.
Fettuccine
Not a lot of people
Alfredo
are
right
selling
here.
their eggs. Like, when do women sell their eggs? Like,
You can
how
sell them right
often?
now.
I mean, you
First of
can
all,
sell them,
female
but
eggs
a lot
are
of people.
limited.
You get banked.
It's
That's
pretty
why
limited.
female eggs. It's like it's
I don't
a
think they
rare
want my
find.
eggs. I've like smoked weed and
Oh, they're gonna want
all
those
over the
eggs.
place.
They're
They
gonna
don't want
want
my
those.
eggs.
For maybe for like
If
some
you're
lab
still around,
experiments.
if you're still around, they're gonna want those eggs.
I want to
Yeah.
sell my fucking eggs.
Sell
that
them.
sounds
You
great.
get
We'll sell
thousands.
Oh my God.
Wait.
We'll sell blood and semen.
Have you
Not
ever
mixed
sold
together.
semen?
No. I've been thinking about it though.
Okay.
Because the fact of the matter is that but I don't think I have swimmers.
sorry.
I don't think I have swimmers. And yeah, we'll talk about it. But here's the thing. I think you get like $50 if you're just like in a cup.
Pop
Just
out an
$50.
egg.
But
Yeah.
how much is the egg?
A woman gets like, I'm not.
There's a limit to the eggs.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
That's
what
the
I said.
thing.
You guys have limited amount of eggs.
Yeah.
As
How
for
much
guys, we just
for-
secrete that juice.
How much
that
for a-
lobster
It's just
sauce?
until you
Females.
die.
Egg donation. How
But
much
the
for
But
a
it
protein-
gets
the-
weaker, right? Like
The
your sperm
potency
gets
of
weaker.
it does fade out though.
It does for both, I believe.
Yeah, the potency of the sperms.
I don't know.
Egg donor compensation. Look at that,
Wow.
Get
I want
the
to give some.
fuck
Oh
outta
my
here.
God.
bro. We get $50. They're
I
getting
wonder
10
what
grand.
happens to your soul.
Again, because we could just crank that
Wow.
bitch out, dude.
Bro, but check this out. What if you're like,
$5,000.
Okay, first of all, $50.
$10,000.
How much are you gonna wring it a week to produce a good amount that they're gonna be like, this is $50 worthy, or is it like anything?
That
is
sounds
50
like
no.
one
You need
jizz
to,
is
you need
$50.
You need to not ring it for a while to produce a huge amount.
$50 a month of sperm.
Oh, $50 I could produce right now in about like 5 minutes.
Do they measure the count?
That's what. Okay, so is it by
There's
volume?
billions that we wipe out I
They're like,
wiped
your
out civilization off my
ratio.
stomach earlier.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, do they pay you by volume?
They might,
Because
like if you're shooting ropes.
dude,
you know what I
if
mean?
you're squirting ropes, dude,
Yeah.
they might pay you
And then
$100.
Might.
what they're really paying you for is the reality that like a little you is walking around somewhere, you know? Like,
Well, they're swimming
that's
at
the
first.
End.
Yeah,
swimming-
they're swimming.
they're
They're
swimming
like
around.
tadpoles.
The potential
Yeah.
that the little you is.
Yeah, but we
like,
need you to be a
walking
frog.
around.
Yeah.
We need you to
Yeah.
become the frog.
I
And
thought
that
about
won't
being a
happen
surrogate.
unless I'm there.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, you want a few G's?
I was like, I would love to be a surrogate.
Yeah.
I don't-
No. Surrogate,
think
you're
so.
gonna get way
Surrogate's
more.
a
Yeah.
whole fucking
Yeah.
thing.
You're gonna get way more. This is just for your
Yeah.
eggs. This is for your eggs.
Yeah, I'm pretty much over like working, so being a surrogate
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
How many eggs you got out? You plan out your retirement plan? Like, man,
Hey,
this is
listen,
a tough year.
go.
Take the year off, an egg a month. You know?
Yeah.
No, but I imagine
six
like if
figures.
if I ever get pregnant, I'm gonna give a bunch of pregnancy concerts for sure.
Okay,
Like I'm pregnant
I
and
want-
I'm singing a song.
I want to bring up the Patrice O'Neal bit.
I want to know how often. This is female egg donation painful? Does it hurt? During the donor might experience some bloating, irritability. That's what you
That's
feel that on
whatever,
your
yeah,
period.
yeah.
That's nothing
Easy.
different. Egg retrieval is done under sedation, so donor will not experience pain. Holy shit,
Wow.
Lex! You could be making
I could
six
be-
figures.
Yeah,
you could be
but
making.
people-
You're
You know,
gonna lose
people
a
just-
few eggs.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah.
People just straight up tie their tubes, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
They're like, goodbye, $10,000.
That also happens for vasectomies too. They tie it.
They tie it too.
I'll pay $10,000 to not make $10,000.
So what they do for the
What the
vasectomy
fuck?
is they laser the tube and then they fold it
Yeah.
and stitch it.
Yeah.
But they cannot do
And
that.
you
They
can
can
undo
undo that,
it.
yeah.
But it's like, fuck, dude. Like,
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Holy,
This is so good.
holy shit!
You're really making me think about my life choices.
Yeah, fuck
you
yeah.
could be
you've
over
come
here-
a long way
Why
since
am I
18
working?
on tour in
Yeah.
Chicago.
I know. When you could have been slanging eggs and living the good life.
You're like, Ma, I don't need tour. I found a way.
I found the money game.
So what? I give up a few eggs.
Yeah.
I'm living the high life.
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
Holy
My
shit.
only concern would be like all of the existential shit that comes from that. You're like, there's a version of me walking around, and this my
You're not gonna
spirit
meet the guy
energy.
or girl. Like,
Let me tell you.
I mean, I would meet it. I'd
Well,
be
I mean,
like,
it
hey,
depends on whatever they like
thank
to
you.
describe themselves as
Yeah.
later on.
We'll see. We'll see.
That
Yeah, they can
happened.
decide
So-
later.
so-
Wait. That's an interesting thing she just brought up, though.
So babies, when they're born, can we refer to them as it because they haven't chosen a pronoun yet?
That's interesting. I really like that. But
Damn,
at the
I
same
wanted
time,
to get
it
into
is
something
so
else.
object. You know, it is like you're an
it's-
object.
yeah, you can't be an
versus
object
they.
because you're
But
objectifying.
we have
this.
other pronouns, right? Like there's pronouns like they. You can say they now.
I don't want to do that. I'm gonna be straight with
do
you.
think
Like,
this
I love
is
the
weird.
enthusiasm, but it's
Yeah.
not convincing.
Yeah.
Proceed.
But then again, come on.
Can he proceed?
Everyone is a multi-universe. Like, why can't I talk to myself like I'm multiple people sometimes? I'll be like,
Wait. Did you say, why can't you touch yourself?
No, I talk to
I
myself.
touch myself on a regular basis.
I just
touched
told you
myself.
earlier.
You and me both
We're going to touch ourselves?
masturbated this morning.
Hey! Like, with these hands.
I had an assisted release, but yeah.
Oh, well, happy birthday, okay? I didn't have that.
Hey, everyone. Hey, baby girl. Thank you.
Damn.
It was great this morning, by
That's
the way.
hilarious. That's how you
Dang,
wake up.
that's the kind of shit that you.
Yeah,
That's
you
how
give
you wake
shout
up.
outs. Hey.
That's how you wake up. It's a good way to wake up. Rise and shine, you know?
You need some inspiration sometimes.
He always wakes up. Honestly, when I have red meat, it's like ridiculous.
Really?
Oh my god.
It's something about it that just,
Yeah, it's carnal.
yeah.
Just makes you just want to.
I know. A night after Korean barbecue, not the night of Korean
Yeah,
barbecue.
night of
Not
Korean
the night
barbecue.
of Korean barbecue.
I'll do it, but I'm gonna feel awful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so bloated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Good
pretend.
job.
I'll pretend to enjoy
You
it.
gotta take
I
care.
I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy it.
I'll be like,
Like, it's that microbiome. Like I said, like you feed it something, it tells you to do something.
Yeah, well-
So you feed it red meat, it's like you gotta fuck, and then you
gotta fuck.
I love
feed some kale. It's
the
like you're
enthusiasm
so
about it.
zen.
yeah, just fucking get it. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I will. Yeah, but I'm
Like-
really bloated right now. There's a lot of salt.
Yeah, it's hard to digest meat.
Okay, so we talked about it at the end of last episode.
Are you back on the meat?
Yeah, you were the person.
I got her back
who
on the
got me eating meat.
We talked about this at the end of the last episode, and now that we have a female guest, I feel like
right.
it should be appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Full sex.
Full sex?
Full sex.
What's full sex?
It's sex when you're full.
sex
Yeah.
when you're full. Like you just went to a buffet and you're having sex.
Yeah,
So
Korean
say-
barbecue. We just
So say you went to hometown buffet or whatever.
But you're digesting. You don't have enough
And-
energy
and-
for this.
and
That's what I said. I said my cardio's gonna be
So
all
say,
off.
say it's your dream guy
Yeah.
in line.
You're
in-
18. It's Matt Santos.
and you just saw that he just put 4 chicken tenders on his plate. And you're next to him at the onion rings, and you're like, we can get it on. So you guys finish the buffet together.
They go to the ball pit
They
in
go to the ball-
McDonald's.
So
What the fuck?
well, it's a more romantic scenario for Brian.
Not
That's
a
why.
ball pit. He loves ball pits. He's like, meet me in the ball pit.
I want to look deep into your eyes.
So you're full, you're bloated, you're full of that grease, you're farty, you're gassy, and he's like,
That's why I told you clean your asses when you're.
please, for all of us, baby. So, and he's like, I'll go down on you if you go down on me. But you know you're gassy as fuck. You just ate
I don't know. I mean,
because of the person who
She's
he
like,
is.
gas is natural.
Yeah.
no, I mean,
They're
I
like,
wouldn't
fuck
have
it.
gas
Puff
in
that
someone's
shit.
face unless they like it.
Spray some We're gonna wrap this up real quick.
Wait, whoa.
What's the
Good
question?
morning, everyone.
What is the question?
Wait. You don't need to name a name, but you've done this to someone that requested this?
No, I've gotten it, I guess.
You've gotten a
And I've requested
Wait.
it. Dude, but when you trust, I got a whole argument for this shit.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, you
we've already-
requested. Wait, she.
If you believe in someone's diet and you believe in their balanced body, like there's a balance of body, and sometimes have you
You're
ever
like, I just
farted
want to
in-
get blasted.
Have you ever like personally? I had a big thing with BO too. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
I do
"Man,
too."
My BO's so nice.
Not
As
me.
long-
Let me tell you a story.
No.
I've showered people. I've bathed people because I did not like it.
Yeah, I roll with people all the time, and a lot of BO. I'm like, holy fuck, you
Some
smell
BO
awful.
is terrible. Like
Yeah.
you just
All
ate
BO is
Panda
terrible.
Yeah,
Express.
most BO is terrible.
I smell Panda Express all over you. But like, let's say I just ate organic all week. I,
have
smell
this
amazing
because of people's BO.
right?
It's fake, but I'd rather have that.
This is some bullshit, man. You gotta get.
I'd rather have this.
Wait.
I'd rather have this.
Okay.
It's honey.
At
and-
least it's a beeswax coconut oil.
Yeah, of course.
That's good because you can't get that like basic candle shit.
know.
Years ago, when I was in
honey. Duh.
Soy or beeswax.
Oh, so years ago
Coconut.
when let me tell you this because I
No,
feel
no,
like
I want to get into her getting
it has
blasted.
to do with this. It has to do
I
with
want to
this.
know about her getting blasted.
It
in the
has to
face.
do with this. Years ago, when I was in high
Also have some
school,
sage. I'm gonna sage you later because
Sage.
your
Yeah.
decisions right now are
Yeah.
freaking me out.
I
Here, you know what? Here, take some rocks. I don't know, whatever you
Yeah.
need.
Just put them on my.
Yeah.
so actually you're tied into this story as well.
Oh,
Years ago
Lost her.
at the Critter Box show at Queen Bee's,
we lost her. Yeah. Critter Box show at Queen Bee's.
there was the after.
It was the first band I was
Style.
ever one of the first bands I was ever a part of.
Style.
Style was like fucking what, like Sublime.
Dub.
Keeping this-
Yeah, you guys had like that one, the dub track. I remember that.
Oh my
This
God,
is
it
the
was-
dub track.
Sublime.
Yeah, all right. So
Subliminal messages.
point is,
Yeah.
it was after the Sublime show. I pulled the line that I always pull with every show that I go to is, I know the band. So
I know the band. I'm going
know the
in.
band.
I know the band, and that pulled. And
Solid move.
long story short, the girl that I pulled not necessarily requested what you were talking about, but told me that her ex would, like, her and her ex would love to do that, was to fart on each other during sex. Was that like he would be, like, you know, classic missionary position, and that when he would feel it coming, he would just prop up on over here, sit on her face, give her the German gas mask, and continue to, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Again, I do think that all of this kind of sits around a rape place.
What? Wait. Okay, go back to you requesting the fart. All right.
Yeah. I want to know
So
why you requested it.
for her, it was something between.
And is this
them.
something you still request?
I think that
Is this like your kink?
the origin? It's not my kink. Like,
It doesn't have to be
Anymore.
exclusively
and
to you.
I do think that it really applies to just like receiving someone's openness. Right? You're like, you're so open to me.
Right.
Will you please open?
Your
to me.
insides, and let me just sniff what you got going
And
on.
you can learn a lot from the smell of someone's fart, you know?
You've been
And-
watching a
and-
lot of dogs lately, haven't you?
No, but I do think that like if someone is generally healthy, that it's
Right.
not going to be so fucked up.
So-
if you're hanging out with some nasty ass people,
Okay.
like no, I'm not going to fucking do that with some shit
Lex, I'm
in
gonna
and
hit
out
you.
eaters.
Lex, I'm gonna
I wanna-
hit
I
you
wanna
after
get-
I
I
have a
wanna-
green smoothie.
Wait.
and you tell me.
I was about to say I want to get real intimate with this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lex,
It's gonna be like, whoa, and you're like,
I need
exactly.
you. I need you to look at me when I'm saying this. All right, like we're gonna go deep into this.
Yeah, please.
So, as a fart connoisseur, do you think that certain diets
I do.
provide a certain arousal
I do.
for the situation? Like so like
Yeah.
say it's like a winter,
Diversity, biodiversity.
it's like a winter day and you're
Easy.
winter's evening. Sorry, it's kind of chilly outside. You want to stay in. You want to stay warm, and
So
you're
it's like a December Christmas time
and
around
you're
the
like,
fireplace.
And it's like, hey, like.
You're hoping for some gingerbread houses happening.
Yeah.
Oh my
and you're like, hey,
God.
like, get into the cabbage real quick. Meet me upstairs. Like, I need it.
Get into the cabbage. Oh my god, that sounds awful.
Or broccoli. I don't
It's
know.
already fermented.
But she wants a healthy diet.
Right.
So what I'm saying is
I want cinnamon and spice.
so
I don't want that.
So has there been a day where it's like I want to hook?
perfume, though?
It's like I want to hook up with a guy that has had
Something.
nothing but chicken nuggets in his system, and I want to just taste
Oh.
make it
Ooh.
like a
Ooh.
smart like a fart sommelier in a way.
No fucking way, dude.
It's like I want a 92 vintage like
smelling myself to see what I got. But this,
Like,
this is just
I
detergent.
haven't been doing super like
a chicken
healthy
McNug
wise.
of yeah.
No. Chicken nuggets are just like littered with tragedy and just like horror, you know.
Pink stuffing.
You're gonna
I've seen
smell that. You're gonna be like, wow, like this.
Right.
this
So
this
what's a
chicken
good
was-
diet? What's a good diet to
What's the
blast?
best fart you've
What's-
had?
See, I was like, what's a good diet to blast in your face?
Yeah. What's the best fart you've had? Was
Yeah.
it after some mozzarella sticks?
Yeah.
Or
Again,
something?
I mean,
I want wait.
as
I want a name, and I can bleep it out. I want a name. Who has
honestly,
the best
I
farts?
haven't really gotten into farts
Like
since
the
I've
most-
been with Julian. Like
the most crisp
Yeah,
fart.
because he's probably like
he's blowing heat.
it's
he
a
doesn't-
well balanced diet.
yeah.
okay?
He seems very healthy.
so fucking healthy.
He seems like a very saintly. Correct me if I'm wrong. He seems very
This
saintly.
is true.
He seems like a good boy.
He's like
So
such a good
are
boy.
his farts
Yeah.
cute? Like no, he's like, oh,
Yeah,
give me another one.
They're
Like,
little
Obviously,
seraphims.
everything
No, they're
is
little
so
cherubs.
dependent.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, everything's so dependent. I'm not a connoisseur of this shit. Like, I haven't done this very many times. It's more of a like, oh,
What if
well,
you-
that kind of happened.
Yeah. Well, but so it happened on accident. You were like,
Or-
No, it happened on purpose, but it was like,
You're like, let me
a
get it on
one
the
or
chin.
2 time thing, you know? Like, oh, let's do this right
Well,
now.
okay, so it happened on accident. You're like, wait, I kind of like that. Like, do it again.
No, it was more of a like I'm into the whole light dominance shifting happening where it's just like I will access your portal and then it's like you
so
can-
butt play.
So okay, so he's
Yeah.
bent over.
Yeah.
You're
it's
staring.
like tied in with that.
Yeah.
staring into
so
the cave of death, and
Yeah.
you're just like,
So-
something come out. A
Yeah.
bat. Something come out.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, it's just like something waft me right now. Like, please.
Okay, so-
I want to be wafted, and
so
I
you
know
want-
that
you want a
your
little-
shit
you want a little
is
funk.
clean shit,
Gotcha.
and it's good shit.
and like blows your hair behind you.
This is what she has right now. I have no hair.
It's just- like a cat that's
Yeah.
scared.
I know.
Wow. Okay, so you just want a little funk.
Yeah, and not even, this isn't a regular thing. I don't even know how we got into this.
You brought it up.
Why did I bring this up?
When we're talking about funks and smells, Patrice O'Neal actually talks about it in one of his bits where he's like, I don't want a stinky pussy.
Yeah,
but
but
I
you
want.
want- you
he's
want it
like,
to know.
I want something that's like it's a pussy, you know.
Right,
Like,
right,
it's like because it has like a bland smell to it.
That doesn't bother me. When it gets a little
yeah.
tuna in a can,
Yeah, so
then I have a problem.
That's what
I have
that's
a
what
problem.
Patrice talks about. He's like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to smell, but it's not supposed to stink.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
This
supposed
is
to.
just general vaginal health.
Yeah,
like, that's
right.
the truth.
That's
Proper
vaginosis.
pH
you shouldn't
balances.
fuck an unhealthy vagina.
Yeah.
Of course. And people should take care of their vaginas and they should
Now,
have
do women know when
pH
it's unhealthy?
balance.
Like, are you in like, let's say you're like in the bathroom?
I
locker
think there
room,
was a solid like college part of me that just
Like, let me
had
sniff
no
your vagina.
fucking clue. It was
Yeah,
just
fuck it, yeah.
Oh shit! But when did
You know?
who brought it to your attention then?
no, I mean, that's a good question.
like,
Yeah.
No
I'm your
no
roommate,
one
but
ever
like,
complained. I've never had anyone complain.
since I know it's you over
about
the
that
phone,
shit.
like,
Yeah.
I think I just
Yeah.
have been pretty aware of the situation, and it was always like,
there's a.
yeah, I don't know.
But sometimes people are unaware of their own odor.
So there's
Yes.
a
That's my-
cleansing product. I think it's called Summer's Eve. It's to regulate a woman's pH balance. Don't quote me on this.
I have
helpful.
I have a ball spray.
Yeah,
pH
you do.
balance.
No, I'm gonna go
You
use
do.
that in a
Well,
minute.
point
No,
is,
that's the tushy. I can give you
If-
my ball spray, but
if
I think
you've
it's
ever-
Go
different.
straight to the ball. Oh, you have like a spritz?
There's a spritz.
the only thing I'm trying to
Yellow
get at
spritz.
is that if you've ever been with someone that uses that wash, they taste like Skittles.
Oh,
Yeah.
why does it bring that out?
That's
Like,
nice.
I don't
What's
know.
it made of?
I don't know, but
Whoa.
Taste the rainbow.
Whoa.
Taste the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
That
It
sounds awesome
like,
though.
Like using a spritz sounds like someone who is totally abusing their bodies and then like wants to freshen up.
What are you trying to say?
Like people who
Trying to
people
say
who
I
wear
abuse
perfume
my
are
body.
like, I smell like shit, so I'm gonna put perfume
so
on.
I wanna
You
bring
know?
this up to you because
Oh, you think like my diet's really awful?
I think that diets are
Can-
gonna determine if you smell good.
Can I
and
ask
if
you
eat like
something?
I'm gonna
shit.
tell you.
because I feel like you may have heard about this before.
I gotta
Yes.
break the seal.
That there we'll continue this. There are now hygiene products that are unisex, obviously, that don't necessarily mask odors, but what they do is they put on a layer of microbiomes
Boom.
that regulate the funk.
Boom.
And
Yeah.
have you heard of this before?
I mean, I've heard of the concept of like biodiversity as a regulator,
Yeah.
but I haven't heard of the sprays. But it makes sense
So-
because they're doing that for the face now. I've heard of that. Like you get a face microbiome spritz, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're enhancing diversity because diversity allows for processing, like anything you're putting into your body. And if you think just about the gut or something, is being processed by all the microbiome there. And if you don't have microbiome to process like every element of the nutrients that you're taking in and to digest properly, then you're just like ending up with a lot of like secretions that are not processed well.
I'm gonna look this up. Because no, this is really what I would.
love
I
this
kind of.
pad.
What's up?
I love this like finger pad thing.
Okay, so let's look
gonna
up
get one of those.
microbiome deodorant.
Deodorant. That's a good point because you could just spray that on your armpits
Exactly.
and kind of like
so
meet it.
So here it is.
I'd rather take it in though. I'd rather ingest it and just start from the origin.
You know what? Let's do one better. Let's go to YouTube. So Brian, as you messed up, you missed out. Sorry.
Here's my ball spray. Now,
You use this?
I've only used it a couple times.
It's a toner. They call it a toner.
I know. Here's the thing.
pH control.
Now that I'm in my 30s, you know how I got this? Because it's from Manscaped. Shout out to Manscaped. You know how I got this? I fucking bought a nose hair trimmer because like I'm in my 30s, and the other day when I was like doing this, I literally did this. Lex, you need to see. I literally did this, and I was like,
You had a nose
I
hair.
had a fucking like, I had like gnarly hairs, and I was like, oh, I need to like trim these, you know? I'm not fucking taking scissors up in there, you know?
Wow.
So I bought their nose hair trimmer. It works, obviously. And they sent this as a free gift, and I was like,
All right.
you know,
This is so holistic. Like when you read the ingredients, it's kind of hitting me well. You know, you got aloe, you got some witch hazel, you got
good.
which is more of a like toner on the skin of just like balancing.
right, and it's pH balance. It says.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
they're. It almost smells like a cologne, which is odd.
Oh, I'm gonna smell it.
Well, I'm assuming there is some sort of aromatics to it, but the whole pH balance
Right?
is
That's
to.
nice.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, it's your balls. Like,
Lexi
So-
just smelled my balls.
that's very nice.
Yeah. So. Well, let's put it out here so we can get a sponsor.
Yeah, we need a
What
sponsor.
did
we
you
need a
just look
sponsor.
up right now?
No. So I was trying to. I was honestly looking up an old video I saw where like people like for 30 days.
Couldn't find it.
Nah, I couldn't find it.
All right. No
So for 30 days, they put on the deodorant and the sprays that are microbiomes instead of like fragrant deodorants and everything. And they basically give themselves a smell test and everything. Works the same way, but it did take a while for like your body to create like a layer.
It's not immediate.
Yeah.
Right.
So is that a different way to regulate your body? Is it the most holistic and safe way to regulate your body and pH balance and smell?
I
Spray?
think so, but when it becomes
of
topical, I
manipulation.
think it's still like
It's a form of
too
manipulation.
far from the
So,
origin.
because a lot of deodorants that we use use like aluminums and other type of like metals
Not me.
The
to
aluminum.
block off like the sweat.
Blocking is so unnatural.
Yeah.
Unnatural. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. I mean, I'll put coconut oil on my armpits sometimes.
I use charcoal deodorant.
Charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I don't understand the charcoal thing.
We're going
That's
through
been-
Brian's
I use-
medicine
You're drinking
cabinet.
a charcoal
I
drink
use
right
native.
now too.
Native. Sponsor
Native.
us.
What is
I
that?
actually
I've never heard of that.
anything. I probably
Is it
smell
like a
kind
new
of
thing?
bad
I know.
right now.
I know.
You're like, I smell
I
you
smell
right
too.
now.
What is this? Why is
This
this so?
is citrus and herbal musk, paraben, and aluminum free. I want you to tell me about these ingredients, Lex. Do they hit you well?
Here we go. Here we go.
Paraben
We've got
is
some
horrible for the
caprylic
environment.
capric triglyceride. No idea. Tapioca starch. A starch? What would that do?
I have no idea, but I got potatoes on me.
It sounds like just like a binding agent or some shit.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
probably
know.
to keep it nice and solid.
Yeah, ozocarite. Like no clue what that is.
Let's look it up.
Okay, ozocarite.
How do I spell that?
Ozokarite.
Is Ozocarite safe? Let's see it. Bubble and be organic. Ozocarite
I've
is
seen this brand. They protrude around like they're safe. They're like, we are so
Protrude.
organic.
She's like using these words.
Listen, I went really.
I
It's a metaphor.
have a feeling she doesn't know what these words mean.
Oh, it's a metaphor though.
I
Like,
went
I
really-
do know what it means.
I went really hippie one time and used the crystal, and I was like, "This is just a salt rock."
I've used those too.
Does nothing.
I stopped using deodorant ever since I started eating a little better, but lately I've been kind of like drinking a lot, so it
Yep.
probably don't. You're like, I smell that.
I smelt that. What is okay? It's fossil wax or mineral wax, solid yellow to brown wax used commonly in lipsticks, other color. Blah, blah, blah,
It's a wax. So waxes tend to like I've used waxes. I've actually made my own lotion.
Sure.
And then like wax is just another binding agent that helps you seal whatever you're putting on a place,
Okay.
like onto the place.
So this is just to help.
So
Keep
it's like
it there.
a sealer. It
Okay,
sort
yeah.
of like contains everything else.
It's been mined from coal and shale deposit. The crude wax was mined, then purified through the process of boiling, treating sulfuric acid. So the charcoal, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wax on the market are usually a blend of petroleum wax and blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Waxes are great for that.
Okay. What else do we got here? Got some shea butter.
Shea butter is moisturizing.
Look at that. We have lactobacillus. So we have acidophilus in here. Lactobacillus and acidophilus.
That's a
we have
little
some
like
probiotics up
yeah,
in this
that's the
bitch.
bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a balancing agent. That's great.
So shout out to Native.
I love it so much.
Shout out to Native. These are what my armpits smell like.
I know what they smell like.
You do. You do.
Okay. Fair.
It's not.
It's not like over. It's not protruding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
not bad.
keep using that word, but
Yeah.
you need to just be like even and
See,
calm.
I'm like hippie light.
yeah.
Hippie
That's good.
adjacent.
Because I have like a piano student who's been coming over, and every time she comes over, she's wearing so much perfume that my throat starts closing up.
Oh, well, you.
There's a certain
It's
demographic
like
that appreciates that.
insane. Yeah.
There's
Oh
a
my god, I
certain
can't
demographic.
breathe. Like my coughing, I can't. Like your smell is so much, and then it takes me maybe 30 minutes
So,
of like fanning out the room
Let me.
to not have her smell.
I don't know if this was your upbringing with everything you're going through and everything, but so seeing it from the outside looking in with my younger sister.
Can you read that?
Yeah.
Diego loves that shit.
Thanks. So my mom was a yuppie posh girl from the 80s, and my sister grew up like 97, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, no, she's
Yeah, 97.
Super young.
Yeah, so 97, so she grew up with that mentality of like, no, like I don't have to like wear lipstick and shit just to be pretty, like you know, like we're as in
It's true.
So growing up, I always heard my mom say
Shout out
like
to
you
Cleopatra.
cannot. So I always heard my mom saying to my sister like you cannot leave the house without some sort of makeup or lipstick on, like
It's very Mexican.
to look presentable.
It's very Mexican.
Yeah.
It is very Mexican.
Yeah.
It is very
There's
Mexican.
a big spectrum of this.
My mother instilled that in me.
Really?
Not the lipstick.
I was
Sorry.
gonna
Like,
say,
why don't you put lipstick on?
Yeah, not the lipstick.
don't go
part.
out the house without
But
makeup.
I shit you not. I swear I wasn't allowed to like dress myself until like I was like maybe in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good job.
No, no, she would fucking like. It was very like, no, you need to look a certain way.
Did you do well in high school?
What do you mean by that?
Like, did you feel like high school was a successful story
Like
for
your
you?
prime years.
Yeah.
Where everyone goes back.
You
You're
feel
like,
like there was
me
a
in high
success.
school was the prime.
No, but that's fucked up. Like, that's so sad.
No, because I was too naive. Like, yes, to a certain extent, but I was too naive. I actually feel like now I'm kind of in my prime. I'm feeling pretty good.
I feel that as well.
Yeah.
About me?
You know
No,
yourself.
yeah. Well, I've been wanting to say, dude.
You've
like-
built like a skill set. You know yourself. You've
I'm
like, grounded
definitely
yourself.
more confident now.
so
that
this
I've
is
ever been.
Oliver in high school.
Oh, look at this
Adorable.
guy. What the fuck?
Adorable. I
Yeah.
wish I had
What's he
my shot.
trying to go?
Adorable.
Look at you. Look
Yeah.
at you.
So versus me now, like
Yeah.
I still hone that energy.
that looks just like you and your.
Well, it's
your
me. That's why.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
me.
but I mean, your
I
vibe,
see.
like,
I
I
see
see that.
this. I see this, and like the sound emanating from this photo is
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It reminds me of the
Yeah.
jokester. Also, we were talking about the jokester earlier.
yes.
This kind of like
Elegba?
Elegba.
Elegua.
Yeah.
Same
The
thing.
trickster.
Yeah.
The one who
The
deceives.
red and black.
Yeah.
Why? Wait. First, why were you guys talking?
She brought up Orishas.
Why?
I have no idea. I was setting up the
tricking
camera.
people or some shit.
Yeah, he's the trickster. He's
So-
the Loki of the Orishas.
So as a person, like
We're getting
so
Nordic
you
with it
you
now.
know of this,
I know of it, like broadly. Yeah, no.
but never really like devoted yourself to it.
There's been a little bit of like just piecing in and checking out stuff.
But is it clearly?
Like
Is
this
it?
one, don't you?
I need to keep
Is
holding
it?
this.
Sorry.
Is it only to like know what they're all about, or is it because you want to be in like?
Who's they?
Well, it's because
The
anytime
Dorishas.
you get an idea from an outside source, it's triggering to all of the thoughts you've ever had. You gotta get ideas from other things than yourself. Like whenever I study anything, I'm just like, oh, this is a good idea. I never thought of it that way, and now I'm thinking differently. Yeah.
it's just like for me when it comes to Santeria in particularly, I feel like
You don't
people
practice it?
follow trends. I feel like so. First of all, like
You think Santeria is a trend right now?
It's so like solid
let me.
culture though.
I was getting to it. So
They have definitions of what they
let
have
me.
to do.
I know, but let
Yeah.
me bring you guys into my personal experience from it.
All right.
So, growing up in like, or not growing up, but like just crossing the border constantly, Santeria became like, there were certain years where Santeria became like really, really popular in Mexico in particular for like these past recent years where you saw everyone with eleques. You saw, you know, it's just like, it just felt like that's what everyone was doing. It was the new Catholicism.
Yeah.
Like, where on this side of the border, I'm not too familiar with how many people know of it or like how many people know like really what it is instead of like just the idea of it. That when I hear people talk about it, I'm like, as a person that doesn't know what the fuck's going on, like, are you following the trend or is it just because you're really, really interested?
Yeah. Questioning legitimacy is far from the point also. You know, it's like, it's just the point, and then to observe.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, wow, okay, people are picking up this part. They're picking up this part of it. They're picking up this part of it. And why? You know, why are
You fixate on why they're picking up that particular part?
I fixate on the origin. I try to get to the origin all the time. I think that's a good like definition method, right?
Right.
You're like, how do you get to the origin?
Bringing us all the way back to the intergenerational
Yeah.
trauma.
So this pod, we go full circle, all right?
Yeah.
We go full circle.
Yeah, we got a lot of titles that could be attributed
So
to this
many
one.
titles.
Yeah.
Tangents.
We'll raffle for the title
For
later.
real, absolutely. Holy shit.
All right.
Do you have any deep dives?
The only deep dives I got were
You know what I want to show her?
are actually that you can look up on YouTube right now.
No, do you know what I want to show her?
Your Japanese
You
race.
saved it, and I love that it's on your desktop. So might as well. It's on your desktop. You clicked on it. Show it to her.
When
Yes.
when you drove me home all drunk, like, and you played that Japanese like folk
I played
pop
her shitty
music.
pop.
Oh, you showed her shitty pop?
Shitty pop?
Yes. That's what I pulled up
Lex,
listening to.
I love Japan, all right? I love
was like,
Japan.
First of
Wow,
all,
this
like
is so great.
when I first introduced Shitty Pop to like Diego and like the rest of the group, I was so nervous. I was like, first of all, like when you introduce music to musicians, you don't know what
know,
reaction
there's a whole lot.
you're gonna fucking get.
Okay,
Yeah.
before we
So
go, before
they
we
took
get
it
into
and
that,
ran with it, is what I'm saying, and I love it. All right.
I need to play her.
What, the most popular one?
I need to play her this.
Oh yes, I love this.
Hold on.
You played this.
I did play for her.
This is a song I remember.
I did play for her. This is Oliver's jam.
I was like, what is this like part? They have so much influence.
Well, Fern, Omar, and I
Amazing.
at Omar's house went into where they get their influences from. Remember?
Chinese Taipei, ironically.
No. Well, John Cena says that they're not.
Right.
Yeah,
It's Taiwan.
Yeah.
No, it is Chinese Taipei. It's not Taiwan.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go right into the weird Japanese race because I definitely want to get your take
Perspective on this.
and perspective on this lovely traditional Japanese. Okay.
You must be 18
Yeah. Are you
and
18?
up to view this
I think we all
community.
are.
Okay, we're 18.
I think I'm 18.
All right. All right, you ready? Strap in. This
Oh!
is going to be a doozy here.
So wait, this is Japanese weird
It's
race.
a weird race.
It's Japanese.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. They blur the genitals. That's how you know.
So that's how you race.
In Japan.
That's how these ladies like to race in Japan.
Now,
Now
I
you
want
understand what's happening, right?
I want
I
you.
do, and I construct like the whole thing based off of like what is happening. Like,
I
honestly,
need you to understand that this is a race. This is competition. This is sport.
But like, who's controlling the movement?
They are, I believe.
Yeah.
They're controlling how fast.
Yeah.
And
So
honestly,
the speed is determining their speed.
by
yes.
pump, yeah.
Yeah. Each pump.
So how much they can handle is pretty much determining
Yeah.
how fast they go.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, who are the engineers? Because I want to get to know these guys or women.
To that had created this
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. This is an important thing. I mean, I'm so proud of the human race.
yeah, see,
right?
like
See, you talked about goals and where we're headed. This is where we're headed.
the
We
Japanese
can add to that at
are
the same
ahead of their time.
Yeah, the Japanese
Yeah.
always lead the way.
Like these women are stoked.
yeah.
They
Well,
participate
first of all,
in this
there's
because
determination
they
in their
love
eye.
it.
Yeah.
They want to win.
Yeah.
They love it, and they love it, and they love the kink
She's
of it.
squirting a lot.
There's
right
no
now.
way you can just be an athlete in this scenario. You're obviously like an addict, also. Well, like partial
Look at her.
like
She's just
Give it to
fucking
me.
pissing at
For
that
the
point.
team.
Wow.
Now, my question to this, because we have not gone we have not gone into real in-depth analysis of this. Do you think they're representing like different provinces?
Oh, that's a good question.
So, like, they had
who's
to-
Osaka?
They had to go through like a qualifier, like
Right.
we're gonna represent Chiba.
Oh my God,
We're
no.
gonna
There,
repres-
that,
yeah.
and here.
That's a good position.
That's a great
Good
one. By the way.
fucking
That's a great one.
choice.
That's a great
They're
one.
like, I get to
Lex?
decide on which cart I get to use.
Lex,
Like, which
you're
cart should
leaving
I
me
use?
hanging.
Like, so
leaving me hanging. That's
like
a great position. Look at her, look
Soapbox
at her.
Derby. You
Look at her.
create your own ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm happy for them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone feeling a little excited?
But because I want to see who the victor is.
Oh, right,
Because I want
right.
to see who the
Yeah, because
victor is.
in my head, I'm like, where are their heads at right now?
Like, it's
Are
like,
they thinking
let's
like,
get
I
this
want to
race.
win? I want to fucking win.
Yeah, she won.
She died.
She wanted,
She died. Look.
Do they want to win,
She
or do
came
they
in
just
fourth,
want to
I
like
believe.
be
Came in
part
fourth.
of it?
but proud.
Yeah.
She gave it her all.
Wow. I love it so much.
It's so good. This guy's just waving the
just
flag
like-
like it's no big
And I
deal.
want you to keep in mind that in the background, no one's joking it.
Yeah.
No one's jerking. They're
Yeah.
simply there for the
Look,
sport.
look, look.
Yeah.
The correspondent.
This is a sport. What a fusion
Look,
It's
look,
like-
they gotta help her.
They got
out.
flags and
Wow.
banners like "Thank you for representing Osaka."
Yeah.
Thank you for like
Yeah.
Team Okinawa representing.
fucking Suzuki up in
This
there.
is proving something really deep that I think a lot of people are missing,
What is this?
and they're missing the
Jesus
the
Christ.
determinacy of a woman, and the great
That's
reception.
a hole in the Hoover Dam.
There
I'll
is
tell you.
like serious reception happening from females, and for this to even happen, and that is a force to be reckoned with.
Now, I want you to notice that the subreddit is called Noah Get the Boat. It's God give reason.
Give God a reason to send the flood.
We need to get rid of all these sodomites.
For real.
So, tying it back to the Bauer case,
Oh, okay. I like that.
he got accused of sodomy
Right.
because it's illegal in a lot of states.
I don't think it's illegal in California.
It's illegal in a lot of states.
Yeah. I feel like the Bible Belt.
The
But yeah,
Bible
America's pretty prude.
Yeah. Oh, it's very. I have a whole
We're
thing
on it.
America.
Yeah, that we're
Yeah.
actually a nation of Puritans.
Yep. Well, we are.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that is
we are
why
Because we were excommunicated from the progressive.
we weren't
European.
So
we
it
weren't
became
excom-
culty like right away.
We left because we knew it was gonna be how we wanted
Yeah.
No, that was what I said. I believe a few podcasts ago that this nation, the misnomer was that the Puritans came over in pursuit of religious freedom, which is true. However, it was always kind of portrayed to us that they were the ones being persecuted over in Europe, which wasn't really the case. They weren't being persecuted. They were trying to enforce their very conservative beliefs on the Europeans, and the Europeans were like, dude, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, that's not how we want to do things. So they came over here in pursuit of religious freedom, but really it was they just wanted to be super ultra conservative. They came over here, they ended up dominating. You have a very, very conservative nation as opposed to, well, let's say the Japanese,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And on that note,
Retract the
we're gonna
Japanese.
wrap things
Yeah,
up.
we should wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts? Any
plug anything in?
Yeah, you want to plug? You got a show coming up. We didn't even discuss. Lexi is a phenomenal singer,
Yeah.
artist, musician,
Thank you.
and if you have anything you would like to plug,
I
go
might do
for
a
it.
show at the Template on July 11th. I think I'm going to do a bunch of
that's
original
It's next Sunday.
vampy songs because I can't seem to
Oh.
compose anything these days.
It's okay.
But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna text Nancy after we finish this and be like, I'm doing it.
Fucking Nancy, dude.
Fucking Nance, bro.
Fucking Nancy,
Fucking
just
Nance.
ruining my life, but making it amazing at the same time.
Sure.
And that's what's important to me. I'm trying to do some events there, the Template. So definitely follow that because
Where
those
is
are
the
going to be
Template?
cool.
I don't even know.
They're in OB.
And where can our viewers find you at?
Lex and the Jewels,
Lex and the
which
Jewels.
I might change soon, but
Lex-
let's just leave it
You're
there
gonna,
for a
you're
while.
gonna change it? Why? I like Lex and the Jewels.
I don't know. I feel like I should just go by Lexi Pulido, even though my name is not like.
So follow her wherever she's at. And on that note,
That's it.
We out.
morning drinkers.
Morning drinkers, like and subscribe. Never. Oh yeah, let's cheers it out. Let's cheers it
Choose
out.
one out.
Cheers.
Thanks for drinking with us in
Thank
the morning.
you for
Lex.
drinking in the morning.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for drinking. It
It's
was a
been
blast.
great opportunity.